Get your gay vape out of there too, you fucking queer. For anyone who didn't see that vape's shaped like a dick. He loves putting it in his mouth. Can't see the veins from this far away, but they're there.
It does have a nice veiny texture to it. I just want to feel the veiny texture.
I like to eat Snickers upside down so I can feel the veins on my top of my mouth.
Yo, that is a great fucking meme.
It's a great quote,
that thought never even occurred to me before I saw that.
Who thought of that,
I was like, dude, somebody somewhere put a Snickers in on their tongue upside down. I was like, kind of feels like a dick.
That's fucking terrible.
Unfortunately, it was a straight guy that did it, too.
It was.
That's the worst part about it.
He was questioning his sexuality after that.
Dude, I don't mind this. You know?
Yeah, what? The heat? Oh.
No, the feeling,
upside down
the
Snickers?
veiny texture on his tongue. Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
And with that, welcome to Brackish Bandits.
Welcome.
Fuck. Episode 11.
God, we
almost lost track there. It's been a while.
Took a hiatus.
Yeah. Took a little month.
Mental health.
Mental health assessment.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the last one we recorded during daylight hours, and we're doing, this isn't like our new normal, but maybe kind of. You know, as long as we can figure out a situation to get it cool in here.
It could be.
Because that's...
Just kidding. It's fucking miserably hot down here, especially this time of the day.
This is brackish weather here.
Yeah.
We're getting there. It's especially hot. I mean, we're not even out of April. I don't remember it being... I feel like we... Look.
No, you always say this every year. Everybody does this.
It's a Florida thing.
It's never been this hot so fast
before. We get spoiled
before.
by the winter when it's not like balls hot and the humidity's not too bad. And we're all like, oh, you know what? Florida's not that bad. You know, it's fine. It's like an abusive relationship, you know? It's like we're not getting beat for a while. So he's like, he's a good guy.
He's a pretty good guy.
You know, he means well. And then the summer comes around and we remember why we all fucking hate it here. I don't understand how the Northerners are doing it, dude. You know what I mean?
You know, I feel like when your choice is either when you're stuck between communism and hot ass fucking weather that makes your balls stick to both of your legs at the same time, you know, you don't really have an option.
I don't know, dude. Makes me want to try communism in these mid-Florida summers. I'm like, maybe communism's not that bad, you know?
Maybe
everybody's equal.
Maybe getting mugged by foreigners on my way to work isn't so bad.
Yo, it's getting crazy, dude. It is getting fucking crazy, man. Like all these foreign invasions, dude. I'm seeing stuff from the United States now. It's just a little bit more laid back here, I guess. You know? Like we're not at the stage where we're pushing back like these other European countries we're seeing on the news.
Canada.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Canada will ever really push back, though. Canada's getting crazy.
I've seen some good ones. In Canada. Oh, yeah.
Really? The Canucks are getting fucking...
I saw one
angry.
Where a guy rented a truck, and it was a box truck, and the box was completely wrapped with, like, just giant screens. Mm-hmm. And it shows a video of all these Muslim people praying. And it's like, is this... Iraq or Afghanistan, like just went through like a couple names of like, you know, predominantly Muslim countries. And then he goes, no, this is in Canada. Fight for your fucking survival. I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay.
I mean, he's not wrong though, dude.
It's what's scary is like you see these people go to these big pro-Islam rallies and they ask the people questions like, what do you guys plan on doing in America and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, we're here to take over.
Yeah, they're not like candid about it at all.
Yeah, no, they're like, we're going to infiltrate and take over.
I think it's important too, without going down too deep of a rabbit hole specifically about Muslims. That's their thing.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like every foreign. Everyone has their little sections in states or cities, where they kind of run shit.
Yeah,
usually
the vibe has changed.
Usually,
and I don't know why that is, but the vibe has changed.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's getting a little crazy.
Because think about it, you always had that, right? Like. Explain Chinatowns in like almost every major city. There's like a Chinatown, and there's like certain sections of town that
just Chinatown
where they kind of, But I mean, like in Houston, there was almost everything. I mean, there was a whole area where like everything was like Pakistani, and it's all the Pakistanis would like talk to each other back home, and when they moved to Houston, they'd all go to the relatively same neighborhood.
Yeah, so
it was like. All the shops and stuff all had like Pakistani food and Pakistani kind of like cultured stuff, whatever. Yeah. And then, your Chinatown, that's been here forever. And then you had like more. I mean, Houston's hard because the whole town is very integrated with, like, specifically Mexican and, like, Spanish culture. But do you know what I mean? Like, I just, now the vibe I feel to me has changed, especially in the European countries first. I mean, it's not a, we're just going to stay over here and this is going to be our section of town. It's, no, this whole town is going to recognize that we're here.
It seems like we're getting the more mild bunch of the group.
For now. That's what I'm saying.
For now.
Yeah.
For now.
That's what I mean. This is what, these deportations aren't a bad thing. And it sucks what happened to that guy. That was kind of an oopsie.
Which one?
The one everybody's been talking about, Kilger or whatever his name is. He's he's not a gang member, and they deported him for being associated with MS-13, but he's not. He's just like a normal dad. I think he's...
Listen, man.
I think he's got his immigration status is being processed.
No one said that we're the smartest fucking country in the world.
Well, no. And mistakes are going to get made with this kind of stuff. But when you make that kind of mistake and the evidence is there flat out, you got to be... My bad, dude. Come on back.
Give him a couple $1 million. Hey, sorry, dude.
Dude, I feel like at this point, this guy would just be fine with, like, I'll just come back. You don't have to pay me anything. Because he's like in this El Salvadorian, or, wow, butchered that. El Salvadorian prison.
You said that right the first time. El Salvadorian, yeah.
El Salvadorian? Yeah. That just seems weird. Yeah, I guess so.
Well, is it El space Salvadorian, or is it El Salvador, one word?
What does Salvador mean?
I don't know, but there's a th in front of it.
Yeah. That's the name of their... Every Spanish country should... That's kind of dope. Like,
El Mexico.
El
Spain.
The Mexico. Yeah.
The University of Mexico.
Yeah, they would, dude. They would. Bunch of Ohio queers, Jim. If you're
I'm glad
there.
you got that.
Yeah.
Dude, you're such an asshole. I called this fucker earlier to ask him about if he knew anything about the... I'm going to butcher it. Shador, whatever. What's his name, son? Primetime son. Sanders. And... This asshole goes, I have no idea who Deion Sanders is.
Who the fuck's Deion Sanders?
Grant, I don't care about football. What are you talking about? I explained it to him.
I'm not that good. Like, I really don't pay attention to pro football.
Bro,
I know who, like...
But everybody knows
the
who
big names are. Yeah, you know.
It's like asking anyone,
Dick
do you know who's Michael Jordan? You don't know who Dick Butkus is.
I've heard the name.
You've heard the name because it's funny.
He played for Chicago Bears.
Bears.
The Bears.
What position?
I think he was a lineman.
You got the first part right. It was linebacker. He's a linebacker.
Yes, okay, cool. Yeah.
Legendary.
What was his nickname? No, that's a different guy. Who was the Fridge?
The Fridge?
Yeah.
I can't remember his real name. It was something Perry.
Was he also a defensive player?
He was a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
And he was like 400 pounds.
Yeah.
He wasn't 400. He was like 360, but that's why they call him the Fridge.
Fucking cool nickname, dude.
Yeah. Get hit by that motherfucker.
I mean, I'm sure it came from like some dude laid out like, God damn, I feel like I got fucking hit by a fridge. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, hey.
That was the saying.
Dude, that's awesome.
They would run the ball with him. They'd have him line up at fullback and just fucking give him the ball.
Yeah.
Fuck people up.
Make a hole.
Yeah. Be the hole.
It's fucking funny, man. Yeah, I know a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can name some more iconic guys. Brian Urlacher.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely grew up with him being all over the TV.
Yep.
Another Chicago Bears linebacker. You're a Chicago fan.
I am not.
No?
I know a little bit about the Bears.
Bears?
You know.
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler, yeah, I've heard of it. I don't know him that well. I mean, dude, you're saying like he's something big. I don't know that. You know,
he was a pretty solid quarterback at Chicago for a while.
I'm trying to think. Somebody who doesn't play currently. Is Drew Bledsoe still around? Or not Drew Bledsoe. Drew Brees. Also Drew
retired,
Bledsoe. That's a good one.
Retired 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay. Tom Brady.
Retired 2 or 3 years ago.
Mike Allstott. Warren Sapp, dude.
Okay.
Emmanuel Lewis.
All right.
Come on, dude.
All right.
Kidding
I respect
me?
it.
I think Lewis played for the Cowboys, right? And then the other two were the
everybody
Bucs.
in the state of like you cross the Florida line and you just know who Mike Allstott is. Like, immediately. He's
definitely a Florida hero.
That guy that played for the Bucs and fucking creamed everybody, dude, just ran people flat over. Everybody knows who Mike Allstott is.
Yeah, Mike Allstott, fucking A-Train, dude.
And it's crazy because
he's a cool guy to root for. He's like a good guy too, which makes it better.
There hasn't been another fullback since Mike that has been that like name recognizable.
That's true.
Not a single one.
That's not like a big like game changer position anymore.
No.
And
completely gone. It should
But
be.
people don't really play that style of football anymore either.
It's all,
you know what I mean?
It's all spread.
Yeah.
It's all spread. No one does fullbacks.
But, I mean, I'm really glad he got to win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
You know? Like, if there's a player that deserved it.
It was a hard-nosed white guy.
Hard-nosed white man. That's how
Running
a white
up the
man runs the football.
Oh, my God. It's another Adam Sandler fucking football movie that I love. I completely forgot about Long
Yeah, they have no idea. We were talking about fucking...
Waterboy, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about
the best.
Waterboy.
It's the best
before
one.
when we were doing the sound check. I'll throw it in the ending.
God damn, dude, I love that movie.
Yeah, easily one of the greatest sports movies. And that was before that was like kind of right on the cusp of like a shit ton of sports movies. They were cranking out one or two every year after that.
Yeah, it was nightmare.
Yeah, comedies. What was that one? The Replacements. Solid.
Was another
Honestly,
good one. I like that one.
I liked it. I like Gene Hackman. God rest his soul.
Oh, yeah. That was sad to hear about. I love Keanu Reeves.
Dead in his house for days.
They said there was a bunch of rat shit and shit like that.
Oh, yeah. Rats or something was eating.
He had Alzheimer's real bad, supposedly, or dementia.
What's up with all these fucking bunch of actors are getting it right now?
Well, Gene Hackman was fucking 94 years old, so.
Was he really that old? I thought he was only in his 70s.
I don't think so. I think he was in his 90s.
I guess that's true. Gene Hackman's been old my whole
yeah,
life.
There's no way.
Yeah. He just looked really good when he was still old and acting. He was probably in his 70s.
Died at the age of 95. Yeah,
God damn, that's a good one. It just sucks you had to go out like that, you know?
It's shitty.
But honestly, Gene Hackman was an old school guy, so I feel like that's the way he would have preferred, like not in a hospital or something. You know what I mean? Just fall on my fucking face. Just drop dead when I'm good and ready, you know?
Oh, I think he'd been good and ready for a while. Supposedly he was like really fucking insane. Yeah. Like bad dementia. Just
I know
sad
this is
shit.
Super old, but what's up with the Gary Busey fucking meme?
Gary Busey, what about him?
Let's talk about buttered sausage.
Butter sausage?
Yeah, I don't use honey here. What did he say? I use honey and I kiss it on the lips.
Yeah.
What?
I put it
is
on
that
my
fake?
lips. No, that's real.
What's up with
Gary
that?
Busey's crazy.
He's always been a little unhinged.
Do you know what happened?
Is he like officially?
Yeah, he's been
like the CTE got
buddy.
him.
Absolutely. You know what happened? Like the motorcycle accident that he had.
Nope.
Are you fucking serious?
Dead serious.
All right, it was like the late 80s or early 90s. He fucking wrecked his motorcycle and like skull fracture, like was in a coma, had major, what do they call that? TBI? Traumatic brain injury. Yeah, like really bad.
Wow.
And he's been fucking weird. He's been a little crazy schizo ever since. I mean, he seems like he's still somewhat there. Like, he'll talk to people, know who they are. It's not like he's completely lost his mind, but he says some crazy...
That was pretty fucking crazy stuff he was saying there.
Yeah. He's scary sometimes. But he's funny. He plays it up.
He is funny.
Do you remember the DirecTV commercials?
No.
Oh, my God.
Gary fucking Busey?
Yeah. He would literally... It was when they were advertising, like, oh, you can talk into the remote, and it'll pull up what you want. And he'd be like, find Gary Busey.
Oh, yeah.
Find Gary Busey. Like, he plays into it, you know, but he is fucking crazy.
Yeah. He made some great movies, too, man. I mean,
he
was a solid actor in the 80s.
He was a very good, douchebag bad guy. It was really weird when I watched, what's that other Keanu Reeves movie?
Point Break.
I
was literally just about to bring that up.
Did he die in Point Break? They never, completely...
What are you talking about?
Not Keanu, but Gary Busey. He gets shot, point blank with a 12 gauge at the end. But they never said, oh, he died. He just got
implied.
Yeah, that's quite kind of.
I think you take 12 gauge to the gut.
Fuck. And any Stallone or fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, that's nothing. That's a flesh wound.
Yeah, they would shake it off. Well, they have those iron abs.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Just
Gary Busey did not have iron abs.
No. Yes, he was a soft belly.
He's a little bit of a soft belly. Yeah,
as we say in the business.
I still wouldn't fuck with him.
In the gay porn business, we call that a soft belly. So.
In our industry, the gay porn industry.
The industry we're heavily involved in.
Oh, man. Oh, the Pope died. There's another one.
Yeah, the apostate Pope is
Pope is dead.
First Argentinian Pope. First Spanish Pope, but first Argentinian Pope.
Oh,
I did not know
they
that.
already got a new one?
Our boy,
he was
CL. CL was telling me about that.
He was the first Argentinian Pope.
I need to do a shout out too for a new viewer that's really enthusiastic lately. What up, Big T?
Oh,
talking about you, Big T. Hello.
I miss him so much.
Hope this is on your TV at the house.
I miss him so much.
Yeah,
I really do.
He's a good guy, man. He's a good dude. I guess in that was that second episode, right? When I was sarcastically saying about how strong and powerful our boss is, and that he's, I'm scared. Some people look up to JC.
What are you talking about?
I look up to this guy.
What are you talking about?
He said when I first started saying that, he was like, he was like, whoa, is he talking about me right now? And then I did the impression, kind of, and he was like, well, I don't do that. That was not you, buddy.
That's not my retarded Twitch that I have. Who is that?
Yeah.
He's such a goober, dude.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man.
I love that neither one of us responded to that till like the next morning when he texted us. He's like, "Hey, who the fuck were you guys talking about?" I was like, "Oh."
He said that to me too. He's like, then I knew it was like. Then it was like, was it about me? Were they fucking making fun of me? Like,
I know,
no, dude.
I went to bed and I woke up and I saw that and I was like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, "Ugh."
I think I texted back at some point. I was like, no, that was not you.
You did, and I was like, "Thank God he did that."
Too little, too late, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, the apostate pope is dead.
Yep.
The first Argentinian pope, duly elected, good for him. Lived a long
Argentinian.
life. He was Argentinian.
What does he look like
now?
Yeah, what does he look like? Oh, that guy was Argentinian is what you're saying?
The pope? The one that just died?
No, I thought you were saying they got a new one who is Argentinian.
No.
That guy was Argentinian.
He was Argentinian.
Really?
Yeah.
Argentinian? That's all about gays.
They like gays? Well,
it's really weird.
Turns out, so do Catholics. I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
I mean, I don't want to shit too hard on anybody here,
No,
but
but
those guys get caught with gay prostitutes
all the time. All the time. They say it's really bad in the actual
Vatican
like Italy.
City.
Yeah,
Yes.
Vatican City. It's like terrible.
They get caught.
They go to gay brothels.
Bringing them in and out all the
Yeah.
time. This fly is going to fucking drive me nuts. See if you can catch him. Is it right on my thing? First knockout on Brackish Bandits history.
Oh, dude.
Yep. So he was the first Spanish pope as well. I think the rest of them were all like.
I hope the next guy
European.
goes in there, man, and just undoes all that shit.
I think that's what's going
Just
to
be
happen.
like,
have you
fuck
seen
these trans
Have you seen
motherfuckers.
the guy that's like really getting a lot of traction right now?
For Pope?
Yeah,
No.
he's creepy.
But isn't it between Asian and like a black person?
Nah, he's like half Muslim, half white, or something like that. When I say Muslim, I think his dad was Muslim, but his mom was Christian or some crazy shit. Yeah, he's very well. He speaks Arabic. He looks.
Well,
he
my
looks Arabic.
grandfather spoke Arabic, and he did look Arabic.
This
so
guy
he was
looks
Christian.
Armenian. Check him out.
He might be Armenian.
He might be. I don't know.
There's Armenian people who are
Mixtures.
Muslim.
Right,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He might be Armenian, which scares the hell out of me.
Why?
Anything to do with Armenia, it's such a an ancient, holy, section that it's, to me, it always feels prophetic when anything happens. Like that Armenian church.
Is it
that's
prophetic?
being
Is it
demolished.
prophetic that I'm doing this podcast with you?
Could be. I mean, think about it, dude. This guy's grandma essentially
This is weird.
guided my grandma to Christ. And now my grandma's like, if Jesus had groupies, she would be one of them. She is all about it.
That's a really weird way.
She's a big JC
That's
fan.
a really weird way.
No, I mean, she would set up his equipment. A roadie. She'd be a roadie.
She'd be a roadie.
Yeah, groupie. That's what I meant.
Jesus
A
Christ,
roadie.
dude.
Yeah. She
I
would
hope
work
she's-
for him for free, and it completely
Hope she's not watching
consensual. She won't. She didn't watch past the second episode.
this.
She got mad at me.
Oh, to the JC reference.
Yeah, to the JC reference.
We love Christ.
You said
Christ is great.
you said Jesus couldn't build an apartment building. And then we started talking about.
I said that?
Yeah, you did.
I didn't say that.
You're a blasphemer.
Dude, Jesus could build the shit out of an apartment building.
He really could. Well, we kind of got into on that was that he could build these thick
and
apartment
he'd
buildings.
have 3 fucking
was a carpenter.
6 Miggy fucking Zens in his goddamn mouth
Oh yeah,
while
absolutely.
he did it.
Yeah, he'd be a cool guy. Yeah, what would he look like?
Fuck wine, fuck fish, fuck bread.
Yeah,
I'm giving my boys Zens is exactly what
he
Jesus
would.
have done.
He would be hitting zins and he would drink whiskey, but responsibly, and he might even be a biker. What would modern Jesus look like? Somebody that definitely. I mean, think about it. He was a guy that a lot of people just kind of were like,
well,
there's no way this guy's important.
if he was a modern day carpenter, he'd be a drug addict.
Maybe he'd be the only one that's not.
Maybe.
There's a lot of carpenters that aren't drug addicts. They just don't speak English. Sorry, dude. Sorry that hurts your feelings.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the Pope. That guy is creepy. You should look him up.
Interesting.
Yeah. I might even put a picture of him.
Well, he's
he's here.
My Armenian brother. I'm not going to put him down,
I am going to put a picture of him in there.
You got me. You got the Kardashians.
Yeah, but you got to see
the new Pope.
You got to see
Jesus Christ. Armenians
Jesus
are
could
pretty
have
sweet.
been Armenian.
Armenians are pretty sweet.
The lineage is there. The birthplace is there. The general could be.
Could be me.
I mean, the Armenians
I could be Jesus.
one of the last original tribes of Judah, dude.
Of what?
Judah.
Oh. I thought you said Judean.
Judea.
What are you talking about?
Juden?
Yeah, I thought that's literally what I thought.
We're
you
not
said.
talking Udens here, dude. No. I know better than to go down
We don't
that.
want to get canceled.
You know what's funny? I don't think a single person on here would even know what that word is or where it comes from or anything.
Juden?
Mm-hmm. I'm serious.
So it's what the Germans. That's how
Well,
they
now
say.
that you're going to tell them.
Well, I'm just going to educate them.
Yeah.
It's what the Germans would call
It's a German
Jews.
word for Jew.
They say Juden.
Yeah.
They're a fucking weird group of people. Germans, not Jews.
Culturally, very strong, proud society that's had their balls snipped.
And they're also sexual deviants, and
I'm sorry.
they
what?
yell all the time.
Yeah, they're very expressive.
Sexual deviants.
Yeah, they are.
That
into
whole
some weird
BDSM
stuff.
shit started in.
Well, we're not going to get into this because I'll start sounding like a sympathizer here in a second.
Yeah,
But
the books they burned.
Did try
it was
they
weird.
Did try to
yeah,
get rid of that. So
they
I will
did.
say that.
They
I will
did.
say that. Look, there was a lot of bad stuff that happened, but in the beginning, I think the original push.
Well, I'll tell you what. What really?
Let me just say this. I think what hooked most people in the
We're talking
beginning.
about the Holocaust, by the way, and how
Which is
Hitler
bad.
came, which is bad. Make
But I'm
that very
saying,
clear.
I think in the beginning, I think what got most people, because most people just had this perception that like all of Germany got turned into psychos overnight and was like, yeah, we hate the Jews too. It was a slow burn.
Hitler
it
was
took a long time to get
incredibly
there.
smart, and he did some. He did some very good things for the German people. That really was like made them like,
he
oh
really
fuck,
did.
man, this guy knows what he's talking. He's saying burn Jews. It sounds.
Yeah,
He hasn't been
must
wrong.
have
yet.
a good reason.
He's got a good
Yeah.
reason.
No, I just, he was trying to bring, he was like the ultra conservative, if that makes sense. He was trying to bring Germany back to like its former glory.
Yep.
Number one.
How did we get on this?
Essentially make Germany great again.
What we even start talking about Germany? Why do we always get on to World War II? It's just such a. I know, but
it's my whole vibe, dude. It was such a. It turned the direction of the entire world.
It did.
There has not been an event that major since.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
What about 9/11? What about 9/11?
It started some wars that we probably shouldn't have even had anything to do with. And I have confirmation on that because I talked to a few. I've almost everybody that I was good friends with in high school. Obviously my group of friends, weren't big on college. So pretty much everybody that I hung with, like tight, all went into the military, mostly the Marines.
I'm sure they saw a lot of stupid bullshit that they were
Well,
like,
yeah. So, and then now where I now work with 3 Marines.
Oh, that's right.
And an Argentinian guy.
Oh.
That's
that guy's a fucking idiot.
That's my crew. Yeah. Yeah, and he'll never watch this, so we can literally say whatever we want about him.
I'm going to have him on one day.
He refuses.
Oh, my boy.
He refuses, and I offered that. I said, dude, if you want to hide your identity or whatever, like, I don't know why, but people just have a really bad rap about this. They just think we're absolutely terrible and ruthless. I'm going to be honest with you.
About what?
That's the general consensus that most people that we work with and know
on
personally.
Our podcast?
Yeah.
They say it's bad?
Not bad, like not like it's shitty, like, oh, you guys are cruising for a bruising. You guys are going to get, if it ever were to get big, you guys would get canceled.
Who said that?
Multiple people. With the same energy. Multiple people with the same energy.
You should have told.
So that CL energy, you know what I mean?
You shouldn't have told anybody about this.
About the pod?
Yeah.
How the hell was anybody ever going to watch it?
Oh, dude.
I told everybody
begging
about
on
it.
YouTube.
But I don't think he's ever watched an episode. So it's not to say he just has an impression.
What does he know?
Nothing.
We don't talk about anything. We haven't said anything bad yet. We're going to, but we haven't said anything. We mind our P's and Q's. Some bad things are about to come out.
We try
our
best.
Boys.
I mean, sometimes we tell a little bit too much of the truth, and that hurts people's feelings. But I don't.
But whose feelings are we hurting?
I don't think we've laid out any of the crazy conspiracy theories yet. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, there's crazy stuff, you know? But just to wrap that up about World War II, and then we'll leave it, I think it was a slow burn. He was actually coming out and doing good things, nice things. Things were getting back to...
For the
You got to
people.
remember, Germany was unbelievably poor. Like, past recession, like...
Yeah.
Turning into a third world fucking nation.
Piece
you know
of
what I
bread
mean?
was the
Like,
same amount as
yeah.
like a month of rent or something crazy.
Yeah, there's old idioms of people like a loaf of bread cost a month wages. People were burning money to stay warm because it was so useless.
Yeah.
Inflation was so high. People were unemployed. People were eating their babies. I mean,
They were desperate,
bad
and
shit,
someone
dude.
took advantage of it.
So, and there was a group of people that took advantage of everything being on sale, basically. All businesses and banks were on sale.
Well,
So
that's not what I was talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. There's a group of people that took advantage of that. And that's not speculation. That's fact. There's plenty of records to show that. I don't have to argue with anybody about that. But it's why people pointed the finger. It's why people pointed blame and were like, this group of people took advantage of us when we were down. Whether they did that on purpose or not, that's conjecture. But what's fact is that Germany was in a really bad place, and a guy came and made it better for Germans. Unfortunately, not so much a good situation for Jewish people. And
Jewish
then things
Germans.
got real bad, out of control, and things ended the way we know them now in the history books. And they were 6 million people shorter because of it. And that wasn't just Germany, by the way. That was all of Europe, but it's fine. You know, people like to. It is what it is. I'm not going to do that. I'm better than that. I'm bigger than that. We're going to move on. So, because you know what I want to say, and I'm not going to. And just to end things with this Pope, I want you to, I'm not kidding. I wouldn't
Look
be offended
into
if
it.
you pulled your phone up. I want you to see this guy. He's got a real short, nice, tight 30 seconds. He's creepy. He's like, I'm the son of Abdullah and the son of the East with my father. I'm united to the Muslims and a son of the Christians to my mother. And
He's gonna be
He's
anti-Israel?
He's like, I'm the finishing of Jesus Christ. I'm the finishing of Muhammad. Like,
Ooh.
he's essentially, his pull is, I'm going to unite Christians and Muslims.
That's not possible.
One,
Well,
there'll be a certain
listen,
number
by
of guys that'll
listen,
be allowed to do
by
it.
our standards, yes, it is possible. By theirs, no. You're an infidel. They want to kill you.
Christians' standards.
Look at what
Yeah,
they're doing in
because
Israel.
Christians can coexist with people who aren't Christians.
Muslims hate Jews so much they're pulling fucking Looney Tune fucking stunts to get into their country and fucking kill thousands of them.
Yeah.
They're riding bikes in midair with parachutes attached to the bikes
Pretty cool.
to
honestly.
propel themselves.
Shitty what they were doing with it, but the technology,
And landing
the will,
and just immediately slaughtering people at music festivals.
It's like, and you see this. Here's what always crosses my mind. You see this, right? And like all the what they did, right? To get that done.
Yeah.
If they put half as much effort into I don't know, paving their fucking roads, they might actually have a nice place to live. You know? I mean, you see the pictures of Gaza now and it's destroyed. You see the pictures before and you're like
the 60s?
kind of a shithole. No, not the 60s. Like modern. Yeah, no. Muslim countries in the 60s were like happening.
They were like Americanized.
Yeah, they were very
And
westernized.
And then the radicalists came back again and
brought it back to the fucking Stone Ages. Women
Yeah.
can't talk, can't be educated, can't participate in society. And I don't know, whatever.
Do you have a can on you?
Yeah.
Let me bum some of these pickle flavored.
I got some minties. Pickled flavored. So
I don't
funny
know.
that
I
you
don't know what
think
the
that.
fuck's wrong with me.
It's got to be the wintergreen has it's corrupted your mouth.
Because they smell good. Like this smells
I'm trying to corrupt your mouth.
fire flame. That's gross.
Yeah. It's a little gross. It's a little homoerotic, but that's what we do around here. It's
No,
kind of
I don't,
shenanigans we
I
pull
don't
around
taste it on these.
here. Interesting.
You know what it might have been? It might have been every time.
Spearmint?
I think every time you've given me them, I've been drinking an orange monster. Maybe it's the combination of the two that make it.
Could be. That artificial citrusy flavor.
All right, regardless, we're going to get past all this. I'm tired of talking about the Middle East.
Yeah.
Tired of talking
Check
about
this
it.
Pope out, though. Or this soon to
I
be
will,
probably. A lot of people, a
Not-
lot of Christians are coming out saying, yo, this dude's the false
Listen,
prophet.
I'm going to be honest with you.
A lot of Muslims
But-
right now
are
are saying
saying-
this dude could be the Mahdi, which is their Messiah.
Well, I don't like that.
No
But
one likes that.
I'm just going to throw this out there.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck about Catholicism.
It's more than that, but we'll see.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll look into it, but I'm saying for right now's sake, we got problems in America, buddy. We got big problems.
A pending
race war.
Yeah, it's getting weird.
Dude, what the fuck? I thought, because I've seen some kind of really bullshit ones where it could go either way, and they're trying to make the white kid seem like a martyr. There's I don't know, 1,000 news articles, and it's all the same story. Nothing got physical. Yet this black kid decided to stab this white kid right in the fucking heart and kill him.
So I did a lot of research on this because I knew we were going to talk about this.
Okay.
And there's still things that are a little weird because it's speculated that this kid and the brother of the kid who died
had a beef.
May have known each other or had a previous situation. Now, that's pure speculation. I don't know. That's not on anything official. But what officially happened is there was a track meet at a high school. There was multiple, track meets. You have multiple high schools compete at, in this track event, right? So one school, Memorial High, there was kids who were supporting their classmates under a tent that said Memorial High on it. The other kid was from a place called Centennial High School.
Was he even on the track team?
No, what's ironic is they were both football players too. And they were just there, probably had maybe buddies that were on the track team or something like that, whatever, right? Just a school event to go to, I guess. So the kid from Centennial High, Carmelo Anthony, went
you
under
can just say
the memorial
black kid and the white kid.
went under the memorial tent, right? And the brother of the kid who died was like, "Yo, who are you? Why are you under our tent? Can you leave? You don't go to our school. This is us, Again, I don't think the black kid was doing anything specifically to disturb anybody, but the kid was like, "Yo, what are you doing under our tent? This is for us." Maybe he was taking a seat or something. Who the fuck
we
knows?
talked about this though.
Again, nothing needed to happen yet.
But if we were in high school, right, and you go to a track meet and there's a Port Charlotte tent, which is full of Port Charlotte kids, and there's a Charlotte High tent full of Charlotte High kids.
Sure.
Right? We went to Charlotte High. Port Charlotte was our rival. If you go over to the Port Charlotte tent and you don't know anyone there and you're not friends with anyone there, what are you going to – maybe you don't assume it, but you have to know somewhere in the back of your fucking brain.
Someone's going to say something.
Someone's going to be an asshole to you. Especially if they know who you are.
With a rivalry.
Or you're wearing a shirt.
I don't think I would get the same – if I went to a Venice High.
I don't think anybody would give a shit.
I don't think anybody would care. I don't know if these schools were rivals. I don't think that the Carmelo Anthony kid was wearing anything from his school.
Okay.
It simply was just, "Yo, you don't go to school with us. We don't know you. Can you leave our tent?" That escalated with the kid saying, "Don't touch me." You know what I mean?
I think it was
touch me and see what happens.
I think it was raining too.
And that could be it too. That could be a good fact. Maybe the kid was just trying to get out of the rain. These white kids are being a dickhead to him. Again, I can see where maybe it escalated, right? Escalated to a fight, escalated to words.
Pushing, shoving.
Getting stabbed in the heart. That's too much, guys. That's too much. Now, if this group of dudes was beating on him and he stabbed somebody, all right, well, you play silly games, you win silly prizes, dude. Don't be beating on people.
I'm also going to say this.
A fight should stay a fight.
Why did he have a knife?
Well, and that's weird. Now, apparently this was a regular folding pocket knife.
Okay. Can you have those on school grounds?
You're not supposed to. But, have you I've carried a pocket knife to school before on accident.
I've done that
Not
too.
Religiously, but I know for a fact there was a pocket knife in my car.
Did you ever
open things? I never had the intention to stab anybody.
Did you ever purposely take one to a track meet?
No, I never purposely brought one in any kind of situation that I felt like I would have to use it.
Now, if you were to
stabbing's a little up close and personal for me.
If you were to get into a verbal altercation with someone, would you immediately escalate that by stabbing them in the chest?
No, and no normal, well-adjusted person would. So that's why I think this case kind of grabbed so much traction to begin with. And that's why people are calling it racist. So just to finish the affidavit.
And I appreciate that.
So the brother had words.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The brother of the deceased had words with Carmelo Anthony. It started escalating with words like, yo, touch me and see what happens. Basically, like,
I remember that quote.
Calling him out, like, don't fucking touch me. I do what I want kind of thing. That vibe. The deceased, the brother of the kid who was having words, stepped in and was trying to be essentially the peacekeeper of this situation. This is what all the witnesses said, that he wasn't being, like, aggressive and shoving, more like kind of slowly, like, look, dude.
It would make sense to
that's
how
my brother. You two are not about to fight. This is
that would make sense how he also ended up getting stabbed in the heart. He probably wasn't really paying attention.
Very close to him, had his arms extended.
Like, hey,
yeah,
it was probably just like this.
It's all very quick. Because again, he wasn't
wham.
Again, he wasn't in a fighting stance. He wasn't throwing blows. He wasn't. Again, he didn't shove him to the ground or something like that.
Why wouldn't they release the
cameras?
Like, in my mind, the only reason they didn't do that is just for the safety of this black kid.
Yeah. Well, and their evidence. You know?
But how does no one...
See,
you confiscate like 20, 30 phones?
It's a lot of phones. I think the thing is that, like, they wanted to try to get ahead of it, meaning, like, fuck, we don't want this to spiral out of control and people to get upset and turn it into a race thing. It's already there. Release the videos. You know what I mean? Let everybody see what really happened. And if it's like everybody says, the witnesses, again, Carmelo Anthony didn't have any witnesses on his side. So, not that kids would lie to, like, because the kid's dead. So, who, it's not like they were trying to keep their boy out of trouble or something. He's fucking, he gone. But again, so yeah, he just started guiding him out of the tent. Kid was like, yo, if you touch me, if you punch me, anything like that, see what happens. See what happens. Again, like being really cryptic and challenging him. And from what everybody said, the kid, again, just kind of pushed him out of the tent. Not like but like all right, dude, like walking him out, basically, like a bouncer. You got to go. You got to go. You know what I mean? And he reached into his bag, all kind of in one motion, and then just took the knife out and right in the heart and ran. So he didn't know he killed him. He didn't try to kill him, but he knew he stabbed him in the chest. That's a bad idea. Don't stab people in the chest.
I don't know, dude.
Stab him in the arm or the leg or something.
And the reason
if you're trying to make a statement but not kill somebody.
I wanted to elaborate on this before you went into the whole thing too. Was like the reason why I'm saying this could be a pending race war.
People are getting ridiculous.
Well, let's be honest here. Black people specifically are like defending this whole situation like their life depends on it.
A lot are. A surprising amount are. I mean, there's level-headed black people out there
there are.
Thank God, that are trying to speak to the rest of, like, guys, like, this kid did a bad thing.
Yeah.
This is not...
But
even with like the cop shooting situations, we all kind of could take the same side as the civilian versus cops. And be like,
when Derek Chauvin fucking killed George Floyd, or when he was ODing, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. Nobody said, "Oh my God, that black guy is an idiot. He completely deserved that." No one said that shit. Did it sound a little strange to some people? Yeah. I right off rip, I was like, I'm gonna wait and see.
Be more to this.
I was like, I'm gonna wait and see what happens and comes out before I make any decisions.
But even still, at the end of the day, everybody agrees George Floyd, whether he was a good guy or a bad guy or whatever, did not deserve to die under a cop's knee.
Yeah.
Period. That's easy for everybody to put away. And, okay, the way Black Lives Matter and all that with the fucking burnings and shit, that was a little much. It was a little much.
Even but you want to burn down the police department? Go for it.
Yeah, they're the ones who are going to get in trouble.
They're the ones who wronged you.
Yeah.
You fucking burnt down your own neighborhood.
Yeah, leave Starbucks out of this. They've done nothing but provide us high-quality coffee.
It's just crazy.
Speaking of which, do you like that coffee?
It's fantastic.
Is it actually good?
I really do.
I like that brand.
What is it?
So I have Black Rifle coffee, and there's this other brand that's from like firefighters.
I don't really like Black Rifle that much.
It's okay. I've had some of their stuff. It's not strong enough. This stuff is like dark. Like
they have one that has like the picture of the little bird on it. There's like a lot of caffeine. It's pretty good.
Yeah, the high caffeine one. Yeah,
the other ones is it's all right.
Yeah, it's okay. This one is I forget, but it's FDC or something like that. Fire department coffee or some shit like that.
Maybe
so
I'll
it's
get
like
some.
a bunch of firefighters.
I fuck with it.
It's in Walmart. It's good. But yeah.
But back to this. And
Yes.
yes, there are some black people. I'm not saying all of them, but dude, there's a lot of them. And it's not even they're just defending it. They're also saying shit like, "Oh, if next fucking white person that fucks with me, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna fucking kill him."
It's escalating, like a lot.
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
Yeah, it's not good.
What the fuck?
It's not good. I don't understand why so much aggression, why so much violence toward this. The kid stabbed another kid. I just don't even understand. And like even at that, I haven't seen that much on the opposite side either, where white people are like, burn him. You know what I mean? Like
I've seen some pretty good
now.
Pretty good ones.
Well, now that I think it's blown up, but I'm saying like in the beginning when this all first started coming out, it wasn't like there was this whole group of outrage of like a black man killed a white man. This is unacceptable.
You also
like
can't.
It was just fuck this shitty situation happened.
We also can't. Like we could get backlash just for, and we haven't even. I'm not saying that the kid deserves to die. Does he deserve prison time? Absolutely. At the very least, manslaughter. At the very least, you could say
he made
manslaughter.
a bad decision.
He made a really. But it's not even just a bad decision. It's a violent decision.
Yeah. Yeah, he made a split-second bad decision and someone's dead. That sucks.
How many fights have you been in?
It didn't have to end that way.
How many fights have you been in where you absolutely know that you had the upper hand? Did you ever take it too far? Did you ever grab a weapon and bludgeon someone while they were already down? You know what I'm saying? Like no one's ever like I've never met anyone or seen one in any of the altercations that I've ever been in or even seen other people be in. I've never seen someone take it that far.
No.
Someone hits the ground, they're done. You know what I'm saying?
I have had that situation only happen to me once where I lost a fight and that person kept hitting me when I was on the ground.
That's crazy.
And I got fucked up.
Yeah.
And it was with a black guy.
Well, 15% of the population.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, I've been in a good amount of scuffles, a lot more than the average person. And I feel like every time there was always that limit of like respect of like, I hate you. I want to beat you up.
I also don't want to go to jail.
You to fucking die.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I never had anybody like kick me on the ground or like any kind of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? I never was in a fight where I felt like I'm about to die. You know what I'm saying?
I had one, but I don't even remember the whole day that it happened. So,
yeah. I mean, I'll tell you off screen. There was at least 2 moments where I did some stuff that I'm not exactly proud of, but I was out of my fucking mind and was like, okay, I got to check myself,
But also,
but no, I never tried to kill anybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But like I don't care if you're 12. You have some sort of understanding that stabbing someone
is bad.
Can kill them. Yeah. Very easily, very likely to, especially in the torso. Are you fucking retarded? Like, how are you going to...
I think kids are retarded.
At 17, 16, 17, 18.
I think kids are retarded, and it's why they're not... It's why they changed the laws on you guys, because you're not, no one's teaching them, no one's... I don't know. I mean, it's...
Well, how can you say that? He comes from a 2-parent household. He was raised very
He does come
popular.
from a good household. He does. This kid had fucking D2 and T3 schools looking at him. I mean, like, he had a promising future. He's a dumbass. He is a fucking dumbass. And if anything, people should just be talking about how sad this situation is, because it was actually 2 multiple lives that were ruined. His parents, the dead kid's parents, the brother who held his brother in his arms and watched him die. As close as you and your brother are, could you imagine? Could you imagine? And then trying to be cool and people calling you a fucking racist and having your brother die in your fucking arms.
No,
threatening your life. And getting... The kid's house has been swatted 3 times.
I'd be freaking out.
The white family's house has been swatted 3 times. You know how many times Carmelo Anthony's house has had people try to attack it or swat it? 0. I'm sorry, guys. This isn't going to shake out. It's not going to be. We're hitting a level where things have been so fucking stretched, emotionally about this whole racist shit. This has to be a turning point where we look at ourselves.
I'd
and
say
go,
that the
what
last
the fuck are we doing?
This started with Trayvon Martin, which
yes,
George Zimmerman was in the wrong on that one.
That was
I'll tell you right now.
George Zimmerman got off, man. That's why people were mad. He got a slap on the wrist.
The Ferguson shit.
He didn't have to kill that kid, dude. How old was that guy at the time? Too, like 30 something.
He was like 30
40?
or 40. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're a 40-year-old man and you are worried that a 15-year-old kid's gonna beat you to death, dude,
you're a fucking pussy. Or you might
pick up something
deserve
heavy once in a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
That actually sucks. That's embarrassing.
And
Yeah, Trayvon didn't deserve to die.
No,
period.
He didn't. And the Ferguson, Missouri shit, that was bullshit.
That was stupid.
Yeah, that kid deserved that. Just throwing that out there.
Again,
you can't
how
charge
much
a cop.
can you push it?
Yeah.
How much can you push it? How can you charge and try to beat up a cop and not expect anything bad to happen? That was dumb.
I can't. There was a couple more. I can't remember
Yeah.
all of them. There was the one big black dude who got strangled to death.
That was on the cop.
That was
dumb.
fucked up. That was a cop.
fucking dumb. The guy was selling cigarettes.
The guy was also 600 pounds. Just leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah. Well, that's why they probably overreacted the way they did because they were scared of him. But it's
Yeah.
like,
The I can't breathe. That
why
was
are
the
we
whole
doing
start of
this?
the I can't breathe.
Why are we?
shit. Yeah.
Here's my thing again. Every time it's a cop involved thing, what that barrier is it's us against them. It's white, black, brown against blue, right? It's that exterior enemy. This is one that doesn't have any buffer.
No.
It's straight up
White and black.
And that's, I think, what's got people kind of reeling about it because there are people calling for the kid to get executed or die in jail, basically. And I don't think that's, I don't think that's the right way. And even the guy's dad was like, I don't want the kid to get the death penalty, but I'm sad about my son dying.
Yeah.
I want justice. I want this kid to be punished.
Dude, that guy, like, he is a strong fucking man.
Yeah, man, he seems like a good guy. You know, all
I don't know
things
how I'd
considered.
handle that situation.
You imagine?
No, that's like the worst thing that could possibly happen.
And that whole that family's life is ruined. It's ruined. This will be something that marks them and scars them forever.
Absolutely.
And people making it even fucking worse by making them some kind of enemy because their son died. It's like, what?
The guy has went out of his way. There's some like White Lives Matter movement that's going on, and I guess they were using a picture of his son. And
yeah, he denounced that.
Yeah, and he literally, did you see that video where he was on the phone with him?
Yep.
He's like, "Stop using my fucking son's
He's
picture."
like waiting for the guy to be done talking. He's like, "Are you done talking? All right, here's my turn. I don't want anything to do with you guys. This is." He's like, "You're part of the problem. You're making this just as much about race."
And they are. It's like
it's white and black, man. But I'm telling you, this whole situation where you can look at something and say, "This black kid killed this white kid," and good. I'm glad that kid died, and more white kids need to die so we can check them.
You're a sick fucking person.
How do you square that away? How do you say, well, that's okay behavior because they're oppressed? That's okay behavior because, 200 years ago they were slaves. The fuck are we talking about? Like, seriously. It's not, first of all, get the fuck over it. I'm tired of it. Get over it. Get over it. Every fucking culture in the world was a slave at one point. Get over it. You were the last ones. That sucks. So
and
really,
for one of the shortest periods of time. Let's also throw that out there as well.
Yes, one of the shortest amounts of times. Thousands of white men died so that you could be free. So not all white people are racist. You know what I mean? And I think things have gone pretty fucking well. I mean, again, how's Africa doing?
Great.
America hasn't had shit to do with Africa.
We're doing great.
We're not. I mean, you can't blame America. Maybe you can blame other European nations. Can't blame America. We don't have shit to do with Africa.
No,
we literally don't have shit to do with Africa.
If anything, they made money off of us buying slaves from them.
All right.
And even then, we didn't buy the slaves from them because, once again, that was European people trafficking them through the Caribbean to America.
We bought slaves primarily
at the port
from
in America
from the Spanish.
That as well.
Nobody likes to talk about that.
No.
Regardless, though, how's Africa doing? Not great. How's America doing? Really great. Wouldn't you say this is a shared, melted culture? Look at our culture of music.
Starting to get a little too melted.
Yeah. I mean, even now, our interests are with immigrants. Nobody's calling to deport black people. You guys are just as much a part of America as we are. You know what I mean? Like, when you look at America, it's white, black, brown. Everybody had a hand in building and like giving to what our culture is right now. Our culture is a blended culture.
It is.
We're American. It's part of the American dream. Black, white, brown should be able to own a house, raise their family in peace, and not at threat of a tyrannical government or corrupt police coming around and taking your money and whatever.
But that's all. Like you said,
that's the dream. That's what we've all built
exactly.
together.
That's America.
Right?
American.
That's America.
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden Like, where's this coming from? Are we more racist today than we were in the 60s?
No.
And if so, how the fuck did that happen? Look at our culture, our music, our movies, everything. Black people are put up.
And it's crazy because I feel like they did so well in like the late 80s all the way through the 90s, early 2000s. Like this, oh, poor me shit just started happening in like, I don't know, 2010, 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
And it's just been so prevalent.
The Obama era.
It's every year.
Which is weird.
And that's the other thing.
We had a black president and things got worse.
We're so racist, yet we had a black president that the majority of the country voted for. Twice.
I mean, what the fuck?
Who's the largest fucking contributor to that?
And we've had
White
other black people run that were probably better candidates than the people who actually won, and you guys didn't vote for them because they were Republican.
Yeah,
that's
on
you,
Uncle
man.
Tom's. Uncle
that's
Tom's.
on you, dude. I'm just saying.
Fucking.
You know?
But anyways, this ties into the fucking Deion Sanders shit because I'm tired of seeing this too.
I didn't know this.
They're all claim. Oh, I shouldn't say they, and I shouldn't say all, but a lot of black people online are claiming that this is a racism thing. You don't know, so I can't ask this.
The Deion Sanders thing?
His son not getting picked in the first round, top 5. Guess who the number 1 pick was?
Black guy.
I'm going to forget his fucking name.
Who's the black guy?
Oh, fuck. He's the quarterback for Miami.
It's almost always
black. He's black.
It's almost always a black guy.
He's black.
It's almost always
He's black. It's got nothing to do. It's got nothing to do with it.
I'm telling you right now, we need a fucking producer. I want to start seeing some graphics. I want a screen somewhere, whether we have a laptop
just show
or a phone.
A black guy.
I want to see
we say black.
Last 10 years, I want to see who the number 1 overall pick was. I guarantee you it's more black guys than one.
100%.
Fuck off.
You got Jameis Winston.
Think about how many more black people there are in the NFL than white. There's no way. It's not even close to even.
I think Myles Garrett was a first overall pick. That's another black guy. These are just like the first 3 that I can name off the top of my head. Oh, who was the other one? Jadeveon Clowney. He was a first pick. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Can we talk about names, guys?
I guarantee. Oh yeah. Well, we got
say that one again.
Jadeveon Clowney. It's better than Clinton Dix.
Stop it. That's a white guy.
Clinton Dix.
That's his nickname.
No, he was a safety at Alabama. He got drafted to the Green Bay fucking Packers.
Safety?
This was years ago. Yeah, I don't even think he's in the league anymore.
It's funny how you can say. It's funny how you can say 2 positions that no matter what, it's a black guy. Cornerback and safety.
I forgot about it. And I played at the same college as him. I was only there for a year.
Jadeveon
University
or
Virginia. DeBrickashaw Ferguson.
See, all right, and even
legendary offensive tackle.
But even like the black culture knows that they're doing some funky shit because the Key and Peele.
Oh yeah,
those skits,
they made fun of his name.
Yeah.
DeBrickashaw Ferguson. They literally said DeBrickashaw. I was dying.
DeBrickashaw.
Yeah.
What a name. Actually sounds like an old Southern name, doesn't it?
Does.
DeBrickashaw. Hey, Shaw.
But you just kind of said it the first time with a little accent there.
DeBrickashaw. Yeah, Southern.
Like a black Southern.
Is there a difference?
Yeah, a little bit. They say things a little different.
Let me ask you a question, dude.
Yeah, see? X. There you go.
X. Yeah, I don't know. The names are silly, but whatever. Do whatever you want, man. I mean, white people got silly names now, too, dude. This whole Jaden, Caden, Faden, Maiden, Taden, fucking, it's driving me bonkers. I swear to God, I have a daughter who is in high school, and I feel like every single time she mentions a boy's name, it rhymes with Jaden. Or it's Jaden.
Or it's Jaden. One of the two.
It's crazy. Stop it. Like, it's getting gay.
There's like waves of like names.
Jaden in itself is a gay name. I don't care what you say. It's gay. I don't know where it came from. Gay.
I do not like my name, but I do like that.
Grant is cool.
I haven't met a whole lot of Grants.
Yeah.
I do like that. I mean, generic names aren't bad.
It's common enough that you've heard it before, or like, do you know what I'm saying? Or like, that it exists as a name.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. But
I respect
it comes from a place too.
Yeah.
Ulysses S.
Yeah.
You know?
I did.
I just wish somebody. I'll be the Sherman to your Grant, dude.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the letter that Sherman wrote to the press about Grant?
Yeah.
And he said he stood by me
when
I was crazy.
Or yeah.
And I stood by him when he was drunk.
Yeah.
And today I say to you, sir, we stand by each other.
Yeah.
Dude, bros, what are you chicks doing, dude? You guys are such shitty friends. Like, bros are like
terrible.
Do you know what I mean? They're like the most supportive of each other. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like that's always, and we've talked about this before, but I feel like it's in our DNA that like there's nothing more, there's no better way of dying than like with your brothers.
Yeah.
Like doing some
in us.
crazy shit.
And I'll tell you what, if it wasn't in us, then we wouldn't have societies the way we have it.
No.
You know what I mean?
Every man for himself.
Yep, it would be an every man for himself. Yeah, it takes people who are willing to die for something bigger than themselves to build something.
Yeah.
You know? And I guess that brings it full circle. You know, we need an exterior enemy.
Aliens?
I mean, Reagan's quoted in saying that there would never be a more united America if we had the threat of extraterrestrials and aliens.
I agree.
We need something. Maybe we do need another war. I mean, you never saw people more united than September 12th, 2001. September 12th, 2001 was the most American every American felt. No one gave a fuck.
Yeah.
You know? Because it was white and black united.
Pearl Harbor.
Brown.
Pearl Harbor was probably up there too.
For sure.
But
yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
I'm saying those kind of events.
Traumatic events, yeah.
Unite us.
I don't think
where
so.
It's a foreign enemy that attacks us.
Buddy, I don't think it'd make a difference. I think if we had,
I think we're so PC now that we wouldn't even be able to
think if we had a full scale like attack from Muslims, because let's be honest, who's most likely to do it? People would spin it. They're desperate.
You guys want to fight our attacker? That's racist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and I will not
right.
stand by. You guys are going to be racially biased against all. It's like, holy fuck, man.
As they're cutting white women's heads off. You don't say anything bad to them. That's racist.
Happening in Germany.
Look, this is their culture. They want to cut our heads off. Just, you know.
At what point do we just say, hey, maybe we just shouldn't fuck with these people at all?
With white people? We're the fucking worst now.
We're the worst.
I hate it. I fucking hate it, dude.
You know what they say? It's hard being up top, man. It's hard being up top.
We eat ourselves.
A lot of criticism.
That's what we're doing. We're eating ourselves. We're like the Romans. We're decadent.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're eating ourselves within.
I think it's fake though. I don't believe. I know in people's heart of hearts when they say bad things about, like, white people say bad things about their own culture. Like, I don't think they really believe it. I don't think they really believe it.
I believe it.
We've done everything.
We suck. Oh,
we've done everything.
Oh, you mean built the modern world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've literally done everything.
We've done everything. Now all that's left is to self-destruct.
Yeah.
You know, all the hordes of savages that we fought off.
Can't say that.
Why not?
Are you talking about Native Americans?
No.
You can't talk about that way about Native Americans.
I'm not talking about Native Americans, but they're a part of that group. Sure. I'm talking about all the uncultured societies that we fought off to get to where we're at.
Germany.
All of them.
Japan
and Germany, both extremely cultured
at the
societies.
same,
so that's what I'm talking about.
At the same time.
I'm talking about like second and third world nations, you know, that we had to step on to get to the top. Now we're just, now that we've gotten to the top, it's like we're helping everybody up there with us, and it's getting a little crowded.
I think it's bringing us down.
It's getting a little crowded at the top, and they're shoving. They're starting to get a little aggressive. They're shoving.
It's weird.
We are going to fall.
It's getting really weird. I don't like all this talk about, you know, how much other countries need us. This is my phone. Oh. It's crazy that we worry about any other country. I want to be isolationist.
We were for a long time, up until World War I.
I want to shut everything down. No NATO. Fuck NATO. Figure it out yourself.
Yeah, we know we don't need to be part of NATO. Well, I mean, we fund the whole thing, so.
That's what I'm saying.
What time did we start?
Oh, fuck if I know.
Fuck, man.
We haven't been going that long.
No, I'm just trying to check in. But
I'd say we started at 7:15-ish. Because we fucked around with the camera for a while.
That is true. So, we'll say
8:08.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, buddy. I see us falling, dude. I do. I see us falling as a race, as a culture. There's another widespread thing I've seen amongst the younger group. White people have no culture. We
invented culture.
We are culture. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? We're not allowed to do it anymore.
We need a more
We're not allowed to
racist.
say
We need a
anything
more
anymore.
racist name.
This country
for our
was founded
podcast.
by people who brought their
Whites
cultures here. It's part of America now. It's part of it. I mean, what the fuck? You think we invented half the all the shit we eat and all the shit we do? You think we just invented that? We brought it here. We're all melded together of all fucking Europeans that came to this European startup and are like, yo, this seems like a pretty good idea. And I'll tell you this: we were founded. Before over 100 years before the Revolutionary War, people were coming here escaping religious persecution from the Catholics.
Yep.
We were running from the Catholics. We were Puritans, whatever you want to call it, Protestants who were trying to get away from Catholics.
Yep.
Lutherans, you could, whatever you want to say. Martin Luther slammed the letter on the door of the Catholic Church in Munich and was like, y'all niggas crazy. I'll have to bleep that out. But anyways. All right, boys, let's lock in. Let me paint you a scenario. It's the end of the match. All your teammates are dead. It's one more team standing in your way of victory. You're going to clutch up. Your hands are shaking. Your heart's racing. Brain's working slower than a Minecraft server on dial-up. Dude, you need a boost. And you don't need G Fuel or some other can of carbonated lies. What you need is Manabar. This ain't your grandma's granola. This shit is the goddamn future. This thing literally glows neon and has a faint buzzing sound, which I'm sure is probably not great. But look, it's not from food coloring or the fact that they put African bee killer extract in there. Nah, it's because it's infused with trace amounts of depleted uranium. Now look, I'm sure you're telling yourself there's no way that's FDA approved, and you'd be right. It's not. It's also banned in most countries. But you're missing the plot, dude. That's not what's going to give you the edge to sit these squeakers down. Each one of these mana bars is packed with 600% of your daily sugar, 900% of your daily rage, and just a little bit of creatine harvested from the sweat of retired esports legends like Grant Polk, Joey B, and Colin Dixon, just to name a couple. Look, this thing has added electrolytes, taurine, and something called dragon extract, which I'm pretty sure is illegal, but nobody at Mana Bar seems to be able to read Latin, so we're rolling with it. Eat one of these dudes, and you'll be cracked out of your fucking mind in 30 seconds or less. Now, there's a few side effects, and some may include twitchy aim, glowing urine, sudden fluency in Korean, and the ability to smell Wi-Fi. So look, if you're tired of getting fragged out by these 12-year-olds hopped up on juice boxes, level the playing field. And don't forget to check out that new flavor that just dropped, Mana Bar Ghost Chili Rage Edition. Mana Bar. Snack like a warlock, frag like a god. Available at gas stations, black markets, and a glove box of a 2004 Honda Civic near you. Mana Bar. Just fucking do it, dude.
Yes. We're just going to meld right over that.
Yeah, I'll bleep it. But, yeah, he said, y'all are fucking crazy, and we're not going to do what you guys want to do. This is fucking, you guys are fucking us up. Did you see how that took me by surprise?
Yeah, I did. You were like,
I was like, whoa, where'd that come from?
You've been listening to too much hip-hop.
Yeah. I was fucking jamming earlier, dude. Had some fucking J. Cole going.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's gonna be really. If we do crumble, it'll be from the inside out. I don't think it'll be any.
We're the only thing that can defeat ourselves.
Yeah. Which
and we're
sucks
doing
because
a really good job at it.
You got a country like China, man, and they're just. How do I put this? They're fake. Yeah. But they're so good at keeping. Tiger. They're so good at keeping their people just fucking churning.
Yeah.
Not
for long.
You think so? You think they'll crumble?
Yeah.
Because of the population decline?
No, I think if they don't have our money, we're 90%, 80% of their exports. We're the largest consumer in the world, and we consume mostly Chinese products.
I don't think people understand that with the tariffs. I laugh when people are like, we are in no position to do. Yeah, we are.
We're in the upper hand position when it comes to China. And I've actually seen, bro, they're even starting to do some fucking PSYOP shit, bro. I've seen videos There's one that's kind of catching traction. It's like gone viral or whatever. It's a Chinese dude talking about how our government steals from us and does all these bad things, and we need another revolution. And all I could do was watch this and laugh. And I'm like, this Chinese guy is going to tell us Americans that our government's bad. It is. And that they're corrupt. They are. And that we need a revolution. Weren't they welding your doors shut during fucking COVID?
Yeah.
Weren't they just stacking your guys' bodies up and lying about the numbers and had no respect or regard for you guys whatsoever? Your government's communist. They don't even let you say what you want. You can't even have the internet.
You don't have
so you
full
can't
access.
form a fucking opinion because you'll revolt and you'll have a revolution. And it made me upset. It said, don't you fucking dare tell me. And I had to hit the comments, Grant. It was honestly one of like the few posts I've commented on in years, you know. And if I comment on
That's
a post,
impressive.
it's usually like something to do with like a comedy podcast or something. I'm like, yo, that was hilarious, something like that. This was the first time I shit on people, and I'm like, I cannot believe I'm sitting here reading this. You fucking idiots are actually falling for this. Like, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, there's all these people in the fucking. In the comments going, yeah, 100, he's right. He telling the truth. He's speaking truth. Shut the fuck up. How can you fall for that? How can you fall for Chinese propaganda? The Chinese don't even fall for the fucking Chinese propaganda anymore, but you can? You're so ate up, dude. It's bad, man. People out there are so fucking ate up. Like it's not even like you have to be involved in politics or know anything to understand how bad you're being fooled right now.
Buddy,
they want our money, bud.
They believe
They want your fucking money. They want you to keep buying those Chinese purses.
That's the thing, and they should make this a mandatory thing in high school. You should be taught, because these people are so goddamn stupid, how to tell the difference between complete utter bullshit that is not real.
It's so bad, dude.
And actual factual information. Like, I see people repost. I redid Facebook because I had to. I started a company Facebook page, and it went under my burner Facebook
company
account.
for what company?
GXP painting and drywall, painting and gypsum. Sorry, painting
What's
and gypsum?
gypsum?
Gypsum's drywall.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's actually what the G and the X and the P, gypsum X painting. Are you all right, buddy?
It's not. I thought G and X.
Shut
I
up.
thought your brother was doing
Shut up.
something. Is
Shut
that
up.
what it is?
Yeah, it is part of the two.
No one would ever guess that, dude.
Shut up.
His brother's name is Xavier.
It's Xavier. It's Xathon.
We all call him X. Hey, yo,
Call
what
him
up,
X.
X?
Dude, but like, people will believe anything. Like, I see I saw one that was so bad one time. It was Hitler's final public words said that, black people are the real, working class and the reason why the Americans will always be successful. It's like, Hitler never said that. Hitler never said that. You're telling me the guy that we swear up and down said,
It's like the most racist.
blonde
guy
hair,
ever.
blue eyes is the fucking is the genetic top standards.
He
He complimented black people on one of his last. You think that's the shit he was saying?
He actually did compliment Jesse Owens or whatever that guy's name was, the Olympic runner.
Yeah,
for the
during the
Americans at
Olympics
time.
because he ran like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like, whoa, dude, he fucking kicked our asses, dude.
Yeah.
This guy is a specimen. I mean, Hitler was big into
Eugenics.
Yeah, eugenics.
Yeah, but my thing is, like, who would fucking believe that? Who in a million years would believe that?
Are people actually believing that? So wait, so are you're telling me that black people are quoting Hitler as far as like, see, look, even Hitler recognized how good
yes,
workers.
that's exactly. They're like, Hitler knew the truth. It's like,
yo, chill, man.
are you guys fucking retarded? Like, you really want to be in cahoots with Hitler? You really that's your white fucking
I've seen a
savior
lot of his speeches that are getting like translated and edited.
to English. Yeah,
to English, and they're edited because it's not
What he's
for
saying.
word what he's saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
it's pretty funny.
It is funny.
People-
It's funny to see
people are
going
falling-
back to that.
Yeah, people are falling pretty hard for that right now. Hitler was not a good guy.
No,
No.
I think we're about to go through some weird times, dude.
Yeah,
Culturally.
it's getting
I
strange.
really do.
Isn't it crazy how anti-Semitic everybody got within, like, I don't know,
because of the
6
whole thing
months?
with Gaza?
Yeah.
It's superficial.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of these people are actually looking at reasons why to be anti-Semitic. I think they just see it and regurgitate it, and they're like, "Yeah, Jews are bad. They're killing the Gaza people or whatever." I don't know. We don't have to go down that road.
Definitely the college.
I got plenty to say about that, but that's definitely the reason that I would dislike the Jew.
Definitely the college campuses.
For sure. That's why they're changing these laws and shit too.
About what?
They just did like an anti-Semitism law. You're not allowed to protest it. If you're here on a student visa and like there's other rules that if you get caught at like a anti-Jew protest, that they'll deport you.
What dictates an anti-Jew?
Anti-Semitic, anti-Jewish.
But if you're pro-Islam, you're anti-Semitic.
Yes.
So would they just throw you away?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's like okay either. Like their whole like a major pillar of their religion, Muslims, is to like hate Jews and Christians. So
and
I'm
gays.
not sure how like just all immorality, but specifically the two, like because they're not worried about Buddhists or Hindus or they don't care. Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure they don't like them.
Sure, but they're not like it's not considered jihad. Like it's Jews and Christians that are jihad.
Specifically, yeah.
Yeah, that are holy war.
Haram.
Like, haram.
They are haram. They're infidel.
Well, and again, haram is anything immoral.
Yeah.
Or like anti-Muslim.
Which is Jews and Christians.
Right. Not Buddhists.
But why is the left
Or Hindus.
so adamant about protecting?
Muslims?
I mean, I feel bad for the civilians and for the kids.
Muslims?
Yeah, but I don't. I do. I that's shitty.
Are you talking about like Gaza specifically?
Yeah, Gaza
their
specifically.
Shit's gone. They just need to move on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But they really can't. I mean, have you looked into that at all? No one will take them. There's a good reason, but no one will take them. Not even other predominantly Muslim countries will take them.
Which is hilarious to me.
They've done it in the past, and
They're supposed to be united under the banner.
Yeah, but they're not.
Islam.
It's like the sheiks and the what are the other ones?
Sunnis,
The
Shiites.
Sunnis. Yeah. They don't like each other. You know.
Yeah.
It's like Chicago. You know, one street's this and the other street's that, and they don't fuck with each other, even though they're all the same.
I don't know. I just thought that was the whole deal, right? Is that like the Muslim Brotherhood and like they're supposed to all be under the banner of Islam? I mean, they all have the same prophet. I mean, like that's to say, like
it's the same thing with Christians and Catholics.
Yeah, Christians and Catholics, but we don't actively like kill each other anywhere else.
No,
but, like Ireland.
But I think Catholics look down on Christians.
I'm not sure why.
I don't know either.
You guys are the ones fucking kids.
I'd keep my fucking
keep
my fucking mouth shut.
Yeah. Yeah, see? Do you see that animosity that just built up immediately?
Yeah.
Fuck, maybe there's something to this.
Have your 12 kids in peace and leave me the fuck out of it.
Would take in Catholics. Like if there was like a specifically Catholic country that just got fucking annihilated and there was like nowhere for these Catholics.
Oh yeah, we'd let them come in.
Yeah, we would but we'd also, take them to a nice, Baptist service and be like, you see this? This is where the Lord resides.
Pull out the snakes, Jimmy.
Yep. Bring them snakes out, see if they got the Holy Spirit in them. That shit's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's a branch off from like
Southern Methodist.
No, it's Pentecostal or whatever the ones where they speak tongues.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That was like a famous, crazy, not all Southern Methodists. I've went to some Southern Methodist churches.
Baptist or Methodist?
Methodist. Southern Baptist is what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Though. I did go to Southern
We've
Methodist.
been to Southern Baptist churches together.
Yes, we have.
There's like not that much of a difference.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think most Southern Baptist churches are black churches.
A lot of them.
Like specifically with the nomiker of like
I've been to
Southern Baptist.
I've been to one or two.
Usually mostly an old school church.
They have a lot of fun.
That has like no AC and everybody's like sweating.
They have a lot of fun.
They all have like the fans and shit.
Yeah.
There used to be one right there on Cooper Street.
Catching the Holy Ghost is a whole lot of shit. I'm just going to throw that out there. That's not a real thing.
Well, that's what I mean with the talking in tongues. That's Pentecostal.
Yeah.
Or I think so. Or it could be called something else. But I believe it's called Pentecostal because there's a story in the Bible, the people at Pentecost that the Holy Spirit swiped through them and they all spoke tongues for a minute. It only ever happened once. That was like a miracle. That was like a thing.
It's baloney.
And now they do it every Sunday.
It's baloney.
It's baloney. It's absolutely baloney. And they're the ones who are like, you got the devil in your boy. You're healed. And they go, and they Caesar out. And you're like, what the fuck am I watching? They're like running around and jumping and stuff.
I have had otherworldly, godly moments. And not for 1 second did I start shaking profusely.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember? You went to church with us at this time. Do you remember the lady?
They asked her not to come back. They're like, don't.
Do you remember her though?
We don't do that here.
And she would like
I remember my mom having to explain to me.
You, what the fuck is going on?
I remember my mom
dude?
having to explain to me that, and I was like, "So what is?" She's like, "It's fake." She's like, "Some people just do it at other churches.
Yeah, so
it's not something we do.
Cool here.
Yeah, it's not something we do."
It's fucking weird, man. It's weird. It's definitely like a not super stable person, and that's sad. Because I think maybe that she really
believes that.
Thought that, that she was just like super into whatever he was saying. What was his name? Tom.
Pastor Tom.
Yeah, Tom.
I can't remember his last name.
I stayed tight with one of his daughters for like a while, like throughout high school.
They were a great family. I think he passed, didn't he?
I don't know. Did he die?
I think he did.
Why can I not think Moore? Tom Moore.
I think he did die.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but I think he did die.
Damn, that's sad. I did not know that. They were a good family. We went over there a few times. They were awesome.
Yeah.
The two older sisters. The older sisters were kind of hot too. I was like, yo, what up? I was like, yo, what up, girl?
Pastor's daughter, dude. You gotta be careful.
Yo, God bless you, girl. God bless you. Yeah.
Catching the Holy Spirit.
I remember he told us. So like there was the middle daughter, and I always thought she was the cute one. And then there was the oldest daughter, and she had like scars on her face, kind of. If you remember, she was blonde.
Maybe
she had like scars on her face. And I remember we went over there, and he was talking about like how that happened. He was like telling us the story. And they were like frying chicken, and they had like the hot oil in the pan,
splashed up.
Yeah, and she came and like she was really little, and she like smacked the handle, and the oil just down her face. And he said like when they called the ambulance, she was like in the ambulance like holding her, and her skin was like sliding down her face, and he was like holding it in place, and he was like so scary. So ever since then, I've always used the back burners. Any kind of hot oil or anything.
Keep it away from your kids.
It's freaked me
dude.
out.
Yeah,
it freaked me out even as a little kid. And so now I just like, I don't fuck with that at all. But it's something you don't really think about until you hear something like that happens, you know?
I had one time I was getting a fucking DiGiorno pizza out of the oven.
Whoa.
I was like 12.
Dude, a DiGiorno pizza accident?
DiGiorno.
Oh my God.
And fucking.
This is serious.
Fucking oven closed on my arms. I was a dumbass. I tried to open it slightly and just like yank it out real quick, and it closed on my arm, and that fucking pressed me, and I burnt the fuck out of myself, dude. It was not good.
I just see you freaking out.
I had a friend reach over a fucking one of those like hibachi like flat grills. What do you call those? Fryer, I guess, or whatever the fuck they're called.
Like a griddle.
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah.
And fucking, he was reaching over it to grab something. He burnt the tip of his nipple off.
Off. Holy shit! How hot was this grill?
It burnt. It shriveled up and died and fell off.
His nipple fell off. Who is this? Would he show me?
Oh,
he has no nipple.
It's Ryan.
Did he get one tatted?
His name's Ryan.
Did he get one?
Starts with an M. Your sister knows him. They went to high school together. I don't want to say. I don't like doxing people.
Is it an M or an S?
M.
Mole? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know this.
Ryan Moore.
Kid.
Ryan Moore.
Yeah, I don't know him.
But I know he's buddies with your sister.
He's got a solo nipple. Did he ever get it like retatted or anything like that? I would
do
that.
His
I would get
areola is still there, but the actual.
Oh, the little bit.
Yeah,
the little baby toe.
Yeah, the little baby toe came right off.
Oh my God, dude, that's fucking crazy, huh? Dude, if you have any horrific burn stories, please tell us in the comment. We'd love to read that.
Send us pictures.
For fuck's sake, get in those comments.
We'll make fun of you.
Say something.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Fuck it.
I want to read it. I want to read the comments on like the episodes. You know, like and what's this? Pussy Destroyer 69 says you guys are gay. Thank you, Pussy Destroyer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, dude, we'll shout you out. Now, Grant, I wanted to.
What'd you sign me up for?
I wanted to do something nice for you. I wanted to do something real special for you. And I want us both to do this on the air. I won't take no for an answer. There's no ifs, ands, or buts here. We're just doing it. Okay?
Buts?
I've never done it. Ever. I have a sneaky suspicion you have, but I've never done it.
Fuck.
Okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, folks. Here we go. So I got these smelling salts.
Oh, fuck.
And we're about to... I've never tried smelling salts. Never, ever. But I've been seeing it on JRE. And I'm like, that looks fun. They look like they're having a good time. So I got some. I have no idea if these are good. Do I have to put water in this? They're ready to go.
You crack them. It's just straight powder. Yeah,
this one you just get
pop
in
the
there.
top, baby. Pop the top.
All right. Hold on.
Get a good whiff. These things, bro, are lifesavers.
Explain to the crowd what this is.
So it's ammonia and something else mixed, but the strong scent that you get of this is ammonia, and it opens your fucking sinuses and hits you like a fucking truck. This is the shit that you see people use when someone gets knocked out. They wave it in front of their nose. And it'll bring you back.
Yeah, I've seen the little packets that they break.
And it opens your fucking airways so fierce, bro. Like we would hit these. I'd keep them in my wrist straps.
See, I knew that you would have
I'd pull
done
them out
this
and I'd
before.
hit them in the huddle, and it'd bring you back to life.
All right, so these are supposed to be pretty good. Pro grade. It
I'm
says.
so happy.
This is power lifter grade.
I'm so happy that you did this.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
awesome,
happy
man.
you
I
did
thought it'd be
this.
funny to watch. I've never done it, by the way. I'm a complete. What the fuck is this?
It's the sealer on the top. You got to break it.
I thought I just took it off. All right, don't get in there too much now.
It's stuck to the top.
Oh, okay, I'll
That's
just do
weird.
the can. It's fine. Is it strong? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna give it one more shake up. Keep it fresh. Keep it fresh.
Your first one hurts like a bitch.
Oh, god damn. Dude, it's like went straight to my brain. I
Yeah.
feel like I got a morsel in there.
It wakes you up
Is
like
it
a
supposed to continuously keep burning like
yeah,
this?
yeah. Well, especially when
tearing up,
especially
dude.
when you
Holy
shake
shit.
it get in your nose when you shake it like that.
Woo!
I got
that
some-
was nice.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I've done it. I've done
yeah.
salts
Smelling
now.
salts,
Dude, that
yeah.
fucking-
It's strong shit,
fucking
dude.
shit hit
That'll
me,
knock
dude.
you out.
Woo.
We used to hit these before maxing out on weights. We would do it before fucking running. We do it in the huddle, like I said. I mean,
It's
in
like
games.
It's like I was a little stuffed up too. I can feel it all moving around. Oh,
Bro, I miss, and it's so crazy you did this because like all this week with the draft and everything, like I've missed football
oh, you got in there good, Bubba.
so much. I've missed football so much.
Really? And this was something you guys were doing on the regular.
all the time, dude.
I'm gonna hit it one more time.
So if you were feeling loopy, this shit would bring you right back to fucking ground zero, dude. It was great.
You're tearing up now.
I am.
You got it good.
It got me good.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, you feel like you can breathe so good after doing it.
Woo!
It's
All
great.
right.
That's
Wow.
so funny you did that.
That's a crazy feeling.
It is.
You know, it's almost like a little bump of coke. Or
You
something.
should keep it in the truck if you start falling asleep
Yeah.
at work.
Like
fucking take a
dozing off,
little,
yeah.
take a little hit. Whew. It's
Yeah,
great.
you know, I was just seeing it on like Joe Rogan, and they just like keep doing it, and I'm like, dude, this has got to be something.
It's
to do,
not
doesn't
bad for you.
No.
Like there's no.
it?
It's,
It's just a very potent like ammonia smell.
what
really.
possessed you? Just Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, dude.
That's
yeah,
it.
just seeing him like
Who was
his
he
last
hitting him
few
with?
guests.
He was hitting him hard
Everybody.
with what's his name? The fat guy, Joey Diaz.
Oh yeah,
They were ripping
fucking
him.
slamming him. Yeah, and
You wanna try one more?
Well, there's this guy that like makes them, I guess, for him, like some fucking Polynesian guy makes them, and so they're like super strong.
Is that the one that you got? The specific
No,
one?
I got some. I got the highest rated brand off Amazon.
Yeah, smart
Read
man.
the reviews.
It's probably a lot cheaper
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was like $13 for that bottle.
Oh, this shit lasts forever.
Yeah.
Like, it really does.
So.
We had one in the weight room. It was the same one that we had for like 3 years at USF, and it worked just as well the first year as it did the third year. It was great.
Yeah, I don't know. I just saw him doing it. No, actually, the episode I was watching was that guy. Oh man, I don't even know his name, but dude, he's like always on those like health and fitness commercials for like hydrogen water and like ice baths.
Yeah,
and
he does all the
saunas
weird
and-
medicine-esque
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he's. But yeah, him and he's like, no, I've never done swimming. I'm not going to do that. And Joe's like, yeah, you are.
It's
You're
not
doing
bad
it.
for you at all.
No, it's it really it puts a pep in your step, man.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. If you're a
I was,
kid,
I was a little nervous. I was like, oh,
if you're a kid watching this
Put
and
some smelling
you
salts.
play some sports, dude, get some fucking smelling salts.
that's so funny. No little kids watching this.
No. You know, our age group is like
Say, at least I
18 to
hope so.
25. Predominantly like 18 to 25.
That is true.
which is good.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Well, I guess in short, Grant, the whole goddamn world's gone crazy. There was something else, too, that I was going to bring up.
Really, my main thing was just the blacks.
Yeah, that whole thing.
It's just weird because like
We're falling
I feel
apart
like
here, man.
I feel like some of them, man, that's all they think about all day is like fucking white people.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck about black people at
concern
all.
me
It
whatsoever.
doesn't concern me.
It
Bother
is weird,
me.
right?
We just really just in there rent free. Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like who cares?
I don't understand the animosity. I don't get it. I mean, everything you're being told, you know, like once you kind of break outside that circle, you realize like we have nothing to do with each other, man.
No.
Like there is a ruling class of people,
And it's not us.
that you know kind of looms and dooms over us and is making all the things that are going wrong in the world. They're behind it, and we're not it, man. We're just you know. Like normal white people are just as fucked as you are.
We're not
dude.
in the fucking Illuminati,
you know what I'm saying?
dude.
We're all getting fucked equally, dude. You know, I mean, I guess it's fair to say we had a little bit of a head start, but not really. I mean, think about it, dude. Like, what wealth is our family transferred? It's all gone.
None.
It's all gone. They took all of it
we
from
had,
all of us.
We had like one generation in my family, and like it was the ones that owned the pineapple farm in Punta Gorda. They fucking donated a shit ton of money to the first 41 bridge that fucking collapsed.
Gave it away.
Just gave it away. It's oh, thanks, dude. God forbid you put in a fucking trust somewhere.
Yeah. I don't think, you know, I think all generations just assumed that, well, we did this good.
No,
our
guys will
kids
be
are going
fine.
to do even better. And I think this is kind of the first time we're really seeing that, too, where
It's
the kids
gotten
have not
harder.
done better than the parents.
It's gotten hard. Well,
Maybe our parents. But again, I feel like our parents was 2008. 2008 wiped everybody
I feel
out.
like the 70s and 80s were even might have been slightly harder than like the 90s. Dude, the 90s were crazy. People were easily making six figures, and you could buy a house and a car outright in 1 year.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
That's fucking nuts.
A house costs what I make in a year. Then.
Not even.
Yeah.
Some of them
Yeah,
were like,
some of them
like an
cheaper.
entry-level
Like
home was like 30, 40 grand.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. It's fucked up.
Oh,
Yeah, we were watching. There was this clip from
I'm going to take another
Boy
hit.
Meets World. Yeah, take another lick, brother. From Boy Meets World. You remember that show? Ooh, you got in there good. You keep getting all up in there, dude. From Boy Meets World. And this was like late 90s, too. Maybe the year 2000.
Uh-huh.
And the house they were looking at in Philadelphia was a 4-bedroom, 2-story, like nice, like older house,
Yeah.
you know, 80 grand. And I'm thinking like
In Philly.
what? In Philly too, which is notoriously expensive. Like in a nice suburb, you know, in Philly, 80 grand. What the fuck, dude?
I don't care what anyone
In
says.
the year 2000, and people. That's the fucked up thing is people weren't making like that much less than they are now.
Yeah.
Like our wages have. If you look at the wages in the last 20 years, it's fucking stagnant.
Yeah.
Like it
But
hasn't
housing
moved at all.
prices has literally just gone
Yeah,
straight the fuck
it's
up.
a spike. Like you can't even see it. If you follow the whole line, the housing pricing has gone up so far you can't even see it on the scale.
Yep.
No, see, and that's the thing though is like now we're all arguing about this white kid getting killed by a black kid.
But we're not talking about
and
the
white
housing.
people are better than black people, and black people are better than white people, and we're not talking about that. We all are getting robbed. We all got robbed. We all got robbed of our futures. I mean, think about it. I'm 34. And I don't see it, man. You know?
They're saying a lot of millennials are getting, most of them are getting their houses in their late to early 40s.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry,
Late 30s,
late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably about where I'm at. I think I'll be ready in the next couple of years, you know? But it's like, at this point, too, oh, it's funny, dude. I'm going to say Jim, Pool Guy Jim.
Yeah.
Because I don't give a fuck about Pool Guy Jim.
Well,
And
Pool
he'll never
Guy Jim
watch
doesn't
this.
know anything about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got into like
Don't tell
a
Jim.
heated argument with him. So he's like I don't want to explain that too much because then that kind of gives away what we do. But, you know, whatever. He's a guy that technically works for us, if that makes sense. He's a pool guy. Whatever. But he's one of the people that moved down here like in 2020 from New York. And he was explaining he fucked up. And that's when he got pissy with me and walked away. But we were having this heated argument back and forth about how, like, you know, yeah, well, the whole thing with all you people coming down from up north and buying out houses for outrageous prices and having bidding wars over some average fucking house that should never cost more than $250,000.
It may not have been him specific because I don't think he spent
specifically.
Yeah, but
he did overspend on a house,
but not that bad.
He bought a house in Deep Creek for like $400-something thousand.
I don't think it was 400.
Yeah, from what he says.
From what he told me, it was like 350, 360. We actually talked about this because I was curious, and he brought it up, and I was like, "Well, how much did you spend on your house?" He was like 360.
He said he spent the same amount that he sold his house in New York for.
That's stupid.
That's stupid.
There's never a time where New York houses have ever been the same size.
Exactly.
There's a good reason for that.
He overpaid. And he got real mad when I said that too. I said, "Well, I'd be pissed if I was you too, because now you're stuck in that house for the rest of your life. You'll never put any equity into that home." And he was like, "You know what? I can't even get our word in edgewise here. You just keep talking about, this and that. I'm done with this conversation." Like, he got real mad.
Your impersonations are just getting way too good.
It's pretty spot on.
That's what he sounds like.
Yeah, but we were just going back and forth, and I was just like, it sucks because a lot of people that live in Florida have been completely priced out of the housing market. Like there's people my age that nowhere near that are going to buy a house right now. And he's like, "Well, all you guys, you want brand new houses and this and that." And I'm like, "No, I was like, Jim, have you seen the people that buy these houses? They're all older people. When's the last time you've seen a younger couple with kids move into one of these houses? It's not happening, know?" And I said, beyond that, it's like one of the big things is we're not that fucking stupid. Sorry, but all of us, a good portion of our generation, our people, whatever, our age bracket, we're doing the math on this. We're a lot more like financially minded probably than like generations before us even had to be, but we have to be, right? And so when you sit down and you break this down and you go, okay, so I'm going to overpay for this house easily by $100,000, right? And I'm going to pay a 7% interest rate on it.
You're going to end up spending. If you buy a
I'm stuck.
Yeah, if you buy a $300,000 house with like a 7% interest, it ends up being like $600,000-700,000.
I have no
over 30 years.
I'll never get that out of this house again, because we're coming down from a housing price boom, right? Where it was artificially inflated simply because a lot of people were moving out of their states because of COVID, and there was a big rush to come down here as quickly as possible, and we don't care. We'll pay whatever it takes. We just want to get out from where we're at.
Yeah.
Right? We're never gonna come back to that. And even if it is, it'll be some kind of weird boom again. It'll never be sustainable. You'll never be able to actually, 2 years from now, you are not going to be able to get $600,000 for your house that is worth $250,000.
I will also say this: a lot of this, because I think people put too much stock into that. A lot of it's just sheer greed, just 100%. Greed. It's realtors. If you're a realtor, dude,
you're supply and demand. It's why the price of gas goes up every time there's a hurricane.
It's also, but it's different at the same time, because realtors' jobs, it's not just to sell the house; it's also to keep the seller or the buyer in check. So if your seller is coming to you with a $300,000 house and they want to put it on the market for $600,000, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, you're going to be
irresponsible.
It is. You're making more money, yes, but you're fucking everybody's shit up. You're fucking everything up.
Well, think about how many brand new realtors there were in 2020.
Millions.
I'm sure none of them had that kind of mindset to maintain the market, because what they did was they sold themselves out of a job.
Yeah.
So how are realtors doing now?
Terrible. Living check to check.
How many people that were realtors in 2020 are not realtors anymore?
All of them.
It sucks, but you did it to yourself. You priced yourself out of the market. If you kept things steady, we could have maintained. People maybe would have had to wait a year or two to move down here, but we would have maintained a nice steady pace. Instead, we fucking pushed the fucking pedal to the metal, went as fast and as high as we could, as fast as we could, and now we're at a big slump.
Well, so that neighborhood that you were talking about, the guy bought a house in, you used to be able to buy a house in there that was probably anywhere from 10 to 15 years old with a pool, mind you, for $180,000-200,000.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
it was a very working class, like young families neighborhood.
It's exactly what it was. It was a young families neighborhood. That was the whole thing about Deep Creek was If you're, a young new family, come live here. This is the best place you'll be around other new
has
young
its own
families.
School in that community.
Yep.
It has parks all over the place, like bunch of shit. It's like made for
Not
kids.
shuffleboard courts.
No, it's made for kids. Big sidewalks that lead all throughout the
And
entire
that's
neighborhood.
the other thing too, is these assholes that came down here have like some sort of decency about you and know what is made for you and what is not made for you. Go live in a retirement community if you're 70 years old.
I know. They'd
Don't
rather
buy
live in a
into
young
them.
neighborhood and then bitch about the
Bitch
fact
about
that
everything.
the kids left their bikes
I'm
out.
going to become the president of
Yeah.
the HOA because I'm the one with the most time on my
I'm
hands.
tired of these bicycles.
I'm going to make
sitting in the
everybody's life
driveway.
fucking miserable.
Yep.
I mean, it's fucking ludicrous.
It's
dude.
crazy. And what did they do when they came down here too? The first thing they did was start trying to get in political offices.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the people lived here for 8 months and they're trying to tell us how to run our city.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep.
I just can't imagine. There's just a different mentality. And like from up north, again, they have this mentality that anybody in the South is stupid.
Carpetbaggers. That's
Yeah.
where they got that idea from. Yeah.
So that's what I said to Jim. I said, it's just more northern aggression.
Yeah.
That did make him laugh. He's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And I was
It
like,
is.
"Yeah, it's what you guys do. You come down here, you take advantage of
And
us
they
'cause
talk
you think we're
about and they
stupid."
talk about how shitty everything is.
Well, and
Well,
I
up in
said-
New York,
I
we
said- I
did
said-
this and we
I
have
said,
that.
Jim, what's the minimum wage in New York? He's like, I don't know. I lived in Buffalo. I said, I didn't say New York City. I said the state. The state has a minimum wage? What's the minimum wage? And he says, I don't know. And I was like, well, I don't know either, but I can guarantee it's not $8 because that's what it is in Florida.
Yeah.
It might not even be $8. I think it's under $8.
I think it was
still.
7 something.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
$7.70 or some
Yeah.
shit like that. Can you imagine? And he's like, well, you shouldn't try to support a family on a McDonald's job. And I was like, well, your generation did, so what the fuck?
He didn't like
I was
that.
like, what did you do? What did you do? And he was like, well, I was a mechanic for a long time. And I was like, you know how much fucking mechanics make? Not dick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mechanics don't make dick down here.
They don't.
It's
no unions.
They don't. There's no
Yeah.
unions. There's nothing. But they don't make dick. Do you think a mechanic is supporting a small family just on him? Wife doesn't have to work.
There's
I was
also
like, fuck
no.
you.
There's also
I
no
was
car
getting heated.
plants.
Yeah, I was getting fucking heated.
Well-
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. They had car plants. They had all sorts of stuff. They had a union, and even if
But
and he's
dude-
like, well, I was never union. I was like, it still drove up the prices,
Dude, but that generation, they're the last ones who had it good, and a lot of them that I interact with, my parents, they know everything's fucked. You know what I'm saying? My dad has done real estate for his entire life.
yeah, it's hard for him
He
to
knows.
not see it.
Yeah, they know
They're in
everything's
like
fucked.
denial. They're like, well, we worked harder than you guys, and
That's
he
exactly
started
what they always say.
Bro, he literally did the boomer shit. He started giving me the example. Well, you guys just want to all drive brand new cars and drink your $8 coffees, and if you didn't do that kind of stuff, it's like, oh my god. I was like, dude, what's the saying? I was like, okay, boomer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like, what does that mean? I'm like, yeah, of course you wouldn't know. I was like, dude. Shut the fuck up. Like, all of you guys say the same shit about my
they
generation.
did.
I was like, my truck is a 2016. It's almost 10 years old, Jim. It ain't fucking
But
new.
dude, they
you
did.
know what I mean?
They did that. They did that.
I know.
They,
You
they
guys
did
bought
that.
brand new cars
They
and
did
had
it.
brand new
but
fucking
it was
houses
it was
and-
actually affordable.
Yeah. I was like, dude, don't fucking talk to me about that shit, man. Like, I was like, my generation is probably one of the most frugal generations. Like, we have to be. We pinch our fucking pennies to barely scrape by. And I said, in Florida, you cannot get away from this. You Northerners have fucking ruined our economy down here, and people are not paying much. And I said, I'll give it to you. Northerners and foreigners. You guys have come here. The foreigners have come here. They'll take $5 an hour under the table, and that ruins it. And you guys will overpay by $200,000 for a house, and that fucking ruins
Yeah,
it. And
it's
you
on both
come down
ends.
here with your northern wages. I said half the fucking people that came down here are still working in the state they came from. Of course it's affordable here for them.
They're getting paid New York fucking salaries.
Yes, it wouldn't be. It's not affordable for them in Chicago, but it's affordable for them here. That's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
That should never be a thing.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
agree.
like, what the fuck? It's on such a. It'd be one thing if it was just a couple people. It's on a grand scale of people that did this. And so I was like, you're not going to win this one. And I forget, like I said, look, Jim, I'd be fucking mad if I were you too. If I overpaid for my fucking house, and I'm realizing that between that and the high interest rate, I'll never fucking have enough equity to move on from that house. I said, you'll die in that fucking house.
You might
Jim.
not be able to mend that one.
He'll be all right. But yeah, he was like, you know what? I can't get a word in edgewise. That's what he said. A word in edgewise. I was like, what a boomer fucking thing to say.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, you just think you know everything. You just think you know everything. And I was like, I know a lot more than you do, dude. But by this conversation, I was like, you don't even fucking pay attention to what the hell's going on, do you? I was like, what the fuck, man?
This is for all my truck guys out there. A 7.3 diesel engine, one of the most reliable diesel engines ever made, right? In 2000, from 97 to 2000, you get a brand new either Lariat or King Ranch or whatever the fuck, the highest trim package, right? Was $20,000 to $25,000 at like a 2% interest rate on a loan. Those cars are going for the same fucking price now with a fucking 10% interest rate. In 20 years. It's stupid. A new fucking Ford F-250 costs you fucking $93,000. A brand new Honda Civic will still cost you $25,000. Like it doesn't make sense. Like Amazon's doing this shit where they came out with their truck brand. I forget what it's called, but they're all electric vehicles. They're supposed to be 20 to 25 grand. That's it. That's still too much. Like it just
trucks. You get an electric truck.
An electric truck.
Amazon truck.
Amazon. It's called Titan, or it starts with a T.
Is it built in America?
There's no way.
It better fucking be.
Well,
they're about to get hit with tariffs out the ass.
If it is, then I know they come super bare bones. So there's like no AC seats, which like, dude.
AC seats?
Yeah, no AC seats. There's AC in the car, but they're saying like they're not going to have electric seats. They're not going to have all this nice shit. It's a $20,000 fucking truck, SUV. You can do an SUV or a truck out of it.
Interesting.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But that's my thing. Why can't there's some things that we need to go back on shit. If things are going to keep escalating in price, at least give us a cheaper alternative.
Yeah, but it just sucks.
Holy
it's like
fuck.
we don't get any of the luxuries or any of the niceties that we had before,
But
and none of us did anything wrong. We're all doing.
I'm fine with that.
We all did what we were supposed to do. Like you're a bunch of you guys. You went to college. You did everything you were supposed to do. You worked hard in high school. You didn't fuck around. You didn't ruin your life. You know what I mean?
And this is
went to college.
And this is no offense to any of you guys, but how many of the guys that we work with our job, they never went to college?
Almost all of you guys went to college.
I think a lot of maybe community college, but the vast majority of them did not.
Almost all of you guys went to college, whether you graduated with a degree
including
or not.
the fucking 3 Marines you work with.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, okay,
they were in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, Marine Corps. Okay, yeah. Regardless,
it
didn't make any difference. I make as much money as all of you do. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's not true. You make more than all of us. But my point is, I've done a consensus, actually. I went around the office, and I was like, how much do you make? And
Grant makes $1 more an hour than us.
Grant makes... I'm actually going to... That inspired me. I'm going to go to work tomorrow, and I'm going to start an entire campaign about why is Grant...
Lower Grant's salary.
So much more than all of us, dude. Is it because he's collegiately educated?
Maybe.
I'm going to fire these guys up, dude.
Regardless,
I'm going to fire these dum-dums up, dude.
I've applied for 1,000 jobs. I've had like 4 or 5 interviews in the last couple weeks. I've heard back from 2 of them, shot both of them down because they sound like absolute ass jobs.
They expect so much for what they pay. It's
Oh,
crazy.
my God.
Like, yo, you want me to live here for $60,000 a year? That's a little wild, bro. I can't even afford life on that, man.
Dude, normalize construction companies either paying for your living or giving you a fucking... Dude, if I had to sign a contract with a construction company, you have to work for us for 10 years.
Whoa.
And we'll give you a house.
It's a long haul.
With no interest rate, right?
Whoa.
But you have to pay us X amount a month to pay off this house. You have to work here for 10 years. I'd sign on that contract tomorrow. That's a steal, especially as limited as housing options are for younger people. Why wouldn't you do it? It would cost you a fraction of the money. They'd have to be loyal to you, and you could probably even pay them less if you hook them up with a nice, cheap mortgage.
So how would that work? You'd sign like a contract, and if you left that company for
they take the house, and you don't get any of the equity that you put into the house.
It's not bad. Can they fire you?
Yeah, I mean, but it'd have to be on, couldn't be dumb shit. I'm sure it'd have to be something pretty solid to fire your ass. If you're being a real piece of shit, cheating, stealing, doing something dumb, having sex on the job.
I mean, we've all been there.
Getting high on the job.
What time you got? I just want to check.
We're about at that time. It's 8:50. So we started at 7:15.
Yeah,
so
we're there.
Hour and a half. Yeah.
But
over an hour and a half.
We'll wind it down. But yeah, I don't know. I just that conversation just kind of like, and don't get me wrong. I mean, Jim doesn't strike me as somebody who's like, super involved in modern politics or like the modern state of things. Yeah, he's got blinders, and a lot of people I think are walking around every day with blinders, and it's hard not to, because when your life is already, you're struggling to get by.
It's depressing as fuck to be like, paying attention to what's actually going on.
Exactly.
It's miserable.
I do get that, and that's why I hope maybe some people listen to this and get a little dip of news of stuff that's going on around the world and stuff that happened that ties into what's happening today. You know what I mean? That's one of the things, honestly, that I'm most interested in about history, is that it shapes where we're at right now. So you know what I mean? So when you know what happened 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, you now understand the way things are today. You know what I mean? The way things took shape over time. And that to me is important, you know, because looks like we're walking right back into a lot of those old traps.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we already did the whole socialism, fascism, communist thing. You know what I mean? The Bolshevik Revolution.
We've done it multiple times.
You know, I mean, it's just like we were already there. And like our grandparents' generation remembers it really well. And now that they're all
Passing.
dead and dying,
Yep.
it's like this upcoming ones under us that, you know, they don't remember. It's not consciously relevant to them
You
at
think
all.
they would listen to some of the immigrants so they're coming over to our country?
That are escaping it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. It turns out communism is not good or socialism. Except for National Socialism. No, that's I'm just kidding. See? And half our viewers won't even understand that.
No.
You know? But I don't know. I mean, I'm a little worried. Things are moving in a direction right now that are a little concerning to me. I did want to mention, and we don't have enough time to go into it too deep, but I want to next week or whatever we do this. Big T's been making me nervous, man. Daddy Trump, he's been making me nervous.
Oh.
He's been doing some stuff that I'm like, and it's not the economic stuff. That makes sense to me. The tariff stuff makes sense. It doesn't have to make sense to you. You're not an economicist, you know. That's a little throwback for you. But you're not an economist. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. Neither the fuck do I. But it's at least laid out enough for me to be like, oh yeah, we have the upper hand in that trade deal. Why are we getting fucked? If we're buying 80% of that country's exports, why would we be paying them more than they pay us? That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Why would it be a bad deal? Why would we lose money on that deal? That doesn't make any fucking sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's been my whole thing from the get-go.
Right. It's like, that's enough of that. We shouldn't as a country be having to supplement another country's income. Oh, what the fuck? We supplement enough of our own people's income. We don't have to do it for the world. And I'm tired of that sentiment. Like, we have to. We don't owe China shit. We didn't do anything to China. We never been to a war with China. We never had anything bad happen with China. We don't owe China shit.
Anything for us.
Yes. Except make cheap things for us to buy, and then companies buy it at bulk for cheap and sell it to us for bullshit.
Yeah.
It's never been anything good. It's not a good relationship.
No.
You know what I mean? And
It's a parasite.
Again, the more jobs and things we have in America, the more people get paid good American wages. And yes, the prices of things go up, but our wages also go up. So everything equals out, and then we're back on our own, and we depend on ourselves instead of depending on other countries. The day China decides to cut us off, we're fucked. We don't have the infrastructure to supplement that, and I think starting that now,
I don't think
by
they
making
do.
it not feasible to buy from China anymore, and making it more affordable to do it yourself here and hire Americans to do it, is a good thing. I don't care if it causes a little bit of strife in between. It has to happen.
Fuck.
We've gotten lazy.
When we said it, what was that, 4 episodes ago? We might lose our jobs because of it.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? If things get better, long term, I will make short term sacrifices.
We've all had rough patches, and regardless, we're gonna have to go through a rough patch regardless.
Yeah.
Our overall debt to income ratio as a country
is crazy.
Crazy. We're giving away so much fucking money, guys. We're in a recession. We're in a quiet recession. Nobody's talking about it, but we are receding. Things are not growing. You know what I mean? And that's a problem. So we need to figure that out. And with this stuff, hopefully the Fed lowers interest rates. Hopefully prices start to come back down. Everything starts to level back out.
Will.
You know what I mean? And hopefully we start, we'll take a hit, but we can start building that infrastructure now. And we have, let's not pretend that these companies are hurting. These companies are bringing in a sick, disgusting amount of profits.
Dude, did you hear about Chipotle?
It's not even the same business structure as it was 20 years ago.
Chipotle has almost doubled their prices already. They're starting to do smaller bowls now.
Yeah.
Less food.
And it's all to maintain a high profit margin.
Well, they have to keep showing it. It's not even just to maintain a high one. It's that they have to keep increasing the profit margin. Because that's the only...
That shows growth.
That's the only problem with capitalism is people are fucking dickheads. It's the same thing with the company that we work for.
Yeah,
you
it's
have
everybody.
to.
It's every
you
big
have,
publicly traded company.
You have to show growth. You have
But
to
it's
show
fake.
growth. It's fake.
It's fake.
It is fake.
Chipotle's not growing at the rate that they're making you think they are. So really, do you want, as a shareholder, do you want the company to do that? Like, really? Like, do you actually want the company to do that? Do you want them to lie to you and tell you that they're getting bigger when they're not? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but when a company starts giving you smaller portions and charging you more for that, does that make you want to continue to go back, or does that piss you off and say, fuck that? I'll go to fucking Joe's.
People need to start putting their fucking foot down.
What is it, Joe Burritos?
I don't know.
Burrito Joe's?
Burrito Joe's, maybe. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I know Del Taco.
Sure. We don't have one here, but what's the one we have here? Like right in the same parking lot as Panera's.
I have no idea.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Joey goes there all the time.
I have no idea. Moe's?
Moe's, thank you.
That was that big of a fucking... Well, Moe's has been shut down for fucking 4 years, jackass.
Shut the hell up.
It's gone.
No way.
Yeah. Moe's is gone.
Bro, I swear
You want to know why Moe's is gone? Because they didn't fucking cut down their goddamn serving portions and increase the price.
Look,
Chipotle's
it's not
onto
just
something.
To keep businesses alive, dude.
To keep people happy.
They're
to keep people coming
giving
back.
you less and charging you more for it. I'll tell you this: we don't even go to Tula's anymore because Tula's did that, and that was it. What? I can't get the fucking lunch special anymore. I'm done.
I'm a quick cutter offer.
Yeah, and a lot of people are because there's a lot of options out there. So why the fuck would I stay loyal to Chipotle when there's 6 other fucking places I could go to?
$2.
Like 3 peppers or whatever. I could go anywhere and get a fucking burrito bowl, and it'll be better than you because you are fucking lying to me. You're giving me less for more. Fuck you. Gatorade, fuck off. I'll drink Kirtland's Power Sport drink.
Oh, it's great.
It's the same fucking thing. I don't know how they're not getting sued for that. It is blind test taste. It's blue Gatorade.
The patent probably ran out on Gatorade.
I'm
sure
telling you, it is Gatorade.
It's
not
the
even
same.
Powerade because Powerade tastes different.
It does. It does.
That
it's Gatorade.
It's
Gatorade.
Dude. I was like, yo.
I drank one of the orange ones and immediately was like, yeah, that's Gatorade. That's orange Gatorade. Yeah,
that's crazy. So fuck you. You know what I mean? Seriously, fuck you. If that's where you want to go,
$2 calzones at fucking Aldi's.
$2 calzones. I don't even know what that's. What's the alternative?
$20 at a fucking local Italian restaurant.
Oh well, you're saying obviously it's cheaper to buy your own groceries than to go out.
No.
Saying like
whole pre-made. You just warm it up, calzone, freshly made. You just take
Aldi's has like a bakery and that type of shit. Really?
They have
I did not.
They
know
they have a cold pre-made bakery section in the back, and you can just pick up pizzas, whatever you want, throw them in the oven. They're like $2 a piece.
My point in saying any of that is simply just
fuck you guys.
Fuck you. Fuck you. And the American consumer needs to start having that attitude. Without us, they're nothing. If we boycotted, one of these companies for 2 days, they'd would freak the fuck out. And every time we've done it, they did.
Yeah.
So again, like I hate this, man. We're sitting here arguing about some kid who stabbed another kid. It's open and shut, guys. He stabbed a kid. He's going to get in trouble. He's not going to get the death penalty. He's going to get in trouble. He'll probably do a little, probably, I don't even know. He might even not do jail time, dude. Yeah. He might just be on probation and get all fucked up. It's going to fuck his life up regardless. It's going to be on his record. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get fucked up. That family's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation. It's not a race situation. He didn't call him the N-word and then get stabbed in the fucking chest. It was just an altercation between a white kid and a black kid.
People are saying that was the case, to which I have to say, does the N-word really piss you off that much where you fucking stab? Like, it's just,
again, is that...
Oh, my God.
Can you do that? Can you do that legally? Can you call somebody a name and then they deserve to die? No. Sorry. Doesn't matter. Even if he did. I don't think he did. I haven't heard that. But if he did, whatever.
That's the constant excuse I keep saying.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Because those videos, it's any day. Any day those videos are going to leak. And we will see.
It'll make me laugh.
And we will see. If he called the kid the N-word, damn, that sucks. I get why there's the racial chargedness behind it. Okay. That sucks. Well, hey, he's dead. So, what more is there to say about that? You know what I mean? It's like, calm down. No kid deserves to lose his life. People are dumb and say dumb shit, But, I got to remember to edit that out, too. I feel like I'm going to forget.
You're not going to forget. I'll remind you.
It doesn't matter, but, God forbid, right? But, yeah, man. We're there.
Do you want me to say it to make you feel better?
No, I'll just edit it out. I got the bleep button in there now.
Beep.
Yeah, it's going to be
I think you just cut it.
No, I'm gonna bleep it.
Oh God, you're brazy.
I'm gonna leave it up. I'm gonna leave it up to the imagination.
I mean, I've said several, good ones that didn't get bleeped. Thanks. Yeah, I didn't know that was a fucking option. You can bleep shit out.
I didn't either, but it is, and it's gonna be used for this. But yeah, man. I mean, we're there. Let's take one more sniff and do our sign out. You know what I mean? Get one in you. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Ooh, you got both nostrils on that? You're a brave man, dude. I'm not that experienced with this stuff yet. Ooh. Ooh, hold on. Let's shake it up. All right. Got to get in there. Whoa, what is...
What is wrong?
God damn. That was a night and day difference from shaking it up.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I didn't get it.
Oh, it gets all the way in there.
All the air,
Yeah.
all the particles in there. All right, folks. Well, thank you for watching. This has been Brackish Bandits. Get all up in those comments. I'm not
Please.
seeing anybody in those comments. Some of these videos have spiked at, like 60, 70 views, some of them.
Yeah. You little dickheads are watching, but you're not saying anything. It takes 2 seconds.
Get in there. Get in those comments.
Fucking,
Tell Granny's gay.
If you're that lazy,
fat.
talk to text it. Jesus Christ.
Really got you, huh?
Yeah,
that was my first one. It was like in my
fire.
eye. I felt it like in my sinuses. Yeah. It's fucking hilarious. That's that shit's awesome. Get some smelling salts.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, get in those comments, and I'm definitely gonna get back on it with cranking out some shorts, and check out the Instagram, Brackish Bandits.
It was really funny, the post the other day.
Which one? Oh, the one I just recently
The
posted?
one that was like, oh, you might feel like...
Stop wondering if you're good enough.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that page, bro.
That's funny.
Disappointing affirmations is the actual page I get those
Just
from.
shits on you all day.
Yeah. It's fucking great. Yeah. Stop wondering if you're good enough. You're not. And I wrote, and you're never going to be.
You're never going to be. You probably never will.
Yeah, hard truths to life,
Yeah.
And with that, Grant.
Christ is King.
Christ is Lord. I think you're going to like the lighting, especially considering, I can fuck with it and post it a little bit,
Do it sound good?
Oh, yeah. It's fucking gonna sound real good, dude.
Mama said alligators are so angry. They got all them teeth. They got no toothbrush.
They got no toothbrush.
I rewatched that the other day.
Abdullah Oblongata.
That might actually be the best football movie ever made.
That's absolutely definitely one of the best football movies ever made.
Fantastic.
For sure. The Louisiana, what is it? South Central Louisiana? Is that what it is?
Louisiana State University.
Yeah. No. It's like some long
South,
one.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. South Central Louisiana State University. It's like,
yeah, it's like a
20
crazy long
letters.
acronym. Yeah. The Mud Dogs.
The Mud Dogs.
Bobby Boucher.
You remember when Bobby Boucher came back at halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl, do you? The Bourbon Bowl?